Oval number 2 for the SkyX.net presents ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023 powered by FanCode. Well, we're back after that Wednesday break, match number 40 of the tournament, and it's a very crucial one for both sides. To my left are the two captains. We have Mr. Zafar Raja leading Gems Education. We have our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, and of course Safir Tariq leading Gallion Cricket Club. It's going to be Gems Education to flip the coin. Heads is the call. It has come down as tails, so Gems Education, you have won the toss. What have you decided?
I think, bearing in mind the conditions this evening, we're going to have a ball first.
Well, you had to think about that. Were you a bit double-minded about it?
No, I had a look around and then walked around. I think the outfield is also getting a little bit wet. If there's going to be any movement for our bowlers, it's before the ball's going to get heavy, so we're going to try and restrict the score.
And of course, coming off a big victory, if you win tonight, there's a chance you could go top of the table.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I mean, we're not going to count our chickens before they hatch, so it's going to be a tough match. They're a great side, and we're looking forward to it.
Any changes to the playing 11?
Yeah, we've got Revelino has come in for Asim, and Jimmy's coming for Ali, so we just thought we'd speed it up a little bit.
A big hitter added and a quality fast bowler. Best of luck for the game.
Thank you very much.
सफ़ीर भाई आइए थोड़ी गप लगाते हैं. अनफॉर्चुनेटली टॉस हार गए, आपको भी हाफिज़ कलीम वाली बीमारी लग गई है. बैटिंग आ गई पहले, क्या लगता है इस सरफेस पे?
इंशाल्लाह नो इशू. बैटिंग विकेट कोशिश करेंगे इसको 180 तक आज टारगेट को अचीव करें. पिछली दफ़ा हमारे कुछ 10 और 15 रन कम रह गए थे, जिसकी वजह से मैच हमारा बड़ा क्रूशल रहा है, लेकिन इंशाल्लाह ट्राई करेंगे आज इसको विनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन को दोबारा स्टार्ट करें.
वैसे क्रूशल की आपने बात की, लेकिन अगर आप आज ये मैच जीत जाते हैं तो आप लोग भी सेकंड हो जाएंगे, तो मतलब आपकी तकदीर आपके हाथ में ही है.
जी बिल्कुल ऐसी है, क्योंकि पूरा कैलकुलेट करके चल रहे हैं टेबल को. हम हर गेम हमारे लिए मस्ट विन है. इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे ये भी जीतें और नेक्स्ट गेम को जीत के तो टॉप 2 में या टॉप 3 में फिनिश करें उसको.
टीम में तब्दीलियाँ?
2 चेंजेस हैं. हफीज़ नहीं है और शुएब नहीं है, वो रेस्ट पर हैं, और जुनेद शमशू और उस्मान ख्वाजा को आज चांस दिया खिलाने की.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द गेम सफीर तारिक.
थैंक यू सर.
Right then, news from the centre is that Gems Education have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
So that's the news then. Gems Education won the toss and elected to bowl first, and these are two sides that will take the field tonight. Gems obviously being led by Zafar Raja. The captain Muhammad Salman will be the wicketkeeper. Ali Tipu, the man in form for them. Balraj Singh, Bini Raghunath, Salman Shahid, Ahmad Zaman, Shahzad Ali, Taimur Ali, Ravlino Fernandez, the big guy, and Muhammad Jamshed will make up their 11. Then, of course, Gallion, led by Safir Tariq, Abdul Wahid, Saifullah Noor, the left armer, Ahsan Shah, Amjad Gul, who's in good form these days, along with Israr Ahmad, and Rehan Shah, Waqar Ahmad, Mudassir Ali, Usman Bajwa, and Junaid Shamsu will make up their 11, who are going to bat first. Just to remind you again, Gems Education won the toss, and they want to take first lease by bowling on this, what usually is a green wicket here at the ICCA Academy. My co-commentator, who's just run in, has had a closer look at the track. Ahmed, what do you feel about it?
Good evening, Samir, and good evening, everybody. Yes, indeed, it's a fresh pitch here at the ICC Academy Oval 2. This one, it will be replicating the Asian conditions, so expect a slow turner of a track, not great bounce, but of course it is a fresh surface, so there should be something in there for the new ball bowlers. And Gems Education, well, the captain was a bit conflicted whether to bat or bowl first, but keeping that due factor in mind, he decided to err on the side of safety and elected to bowl first. And there you can see the two umpires, Vipin Singh on your left and Mujahid on the right, striding out in the middle alongside the Gems side.
Yeah, we've seen a few good opening bowling bursts in the last few games, some quick wickets at the top. Generally you get that on these green wickets, but today, as you have observed, if it's going to be one of those slow burners, then a lot of the spin and the slow deliveries will come into play. Let's find out what goes on. The umpires are out, the field is out as we wait for the batters to make their way out. We're all set to bring you ball by ball live action of the ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League.
Right then, the two Gallion openers are out there in the middle. Amjad Gul in his signature bright green helmet. An interesting change. Ahsan Shah, the all-rounder, will be opening alongside him. And it will be Bini Raghunath, the usual new ball bowler for Gems Education. He's been fantastic throughout the tournament. Gets that late swing, slingy action, will pitch the ball up, will ask the right questions. And let's see if Gallion Cricket Club and their openers have the answers. Here we go then. The match is underway. Slip in place. Oh, beats the outside edge. Look at that bounce. Well, we were talking about Asian pitches. That was certainly not bounce of an Asian pitch there, Samir.
No, we are close to Asia, that one. That looked like a first day wicket at the Waka in Perth. It's not Waka anymore at least, but wow, good bounce there by Bini Raghunath. That's some way to start off and send a message to Amjad Gul, who's been in good touch, by the way. He's looked one of the better batters in this Gallion Cricket Club side. They've had mixed bag results, but today they'll want to put in a better performance than they did last time.
Most certainly. Already has a century to his name in the Arabian Cricket League and will be hunting for more runs in the power play. This time slightly wider, and those are the first runs of the night for Gallion Cricket Club.
Yeah, probably got excited with that first delivery, that bit of bounce, probably motivating him to bend his back a little bit more and try and trouble the batter a bit more, but overcorrecting, as we always say, in your first couple of overs, your rhythm is very important and you need to make sure you get on that important channel where you just keep troubling the batter all the time.
That just needs to be slightly straighter. I don't mind the length. There is a deep third and a deep square in place for him. Typical fast bowler's field. And look at that carry once again. It's really coming to the keeper at around shoulder height. Wonderful.
I think he's getting that bounce early on. If you just look at his action closely, he's loading up quite well with his left hand. Goes all the way down, allows him to really bend his back and get that bounce that we're seeing so far in these first three deliveries. But he might want to pitch it up just to make use of that early movement, because unless you're making the batter play, getting that early wicket is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, the last thing you want to be is predictable. Let's see if he can mix it up. Nicely cut away by Amjad Gul, but straight to the point fielder. And you can see he's timing the ball well. He's been in good touch, as you mentioned, Samir, throughout the Arabian Cricket League.
Yeah, we've enjoyed his batting here, enjoyed calling it from the comm box. He's been someone, not too much of a fuss in terms of his technique, likes to go about things, plays with a straight bat early on, loves the boundary behind the bowler. There's a deep square leg in place, and the other fielder is third man, so probably looking for that short option, maybe have done their homework on Amjad Gul. Not the most compulsive hooker of the ball, maybe.
This time full and drilled through cover point. It hits the gap. Outfield is slightly sluggish, though they will rein it in. Oh, just about got it right there, Mohammad Jamshed. Almost made a mess of it, but I think he's done enough there. They've picked up 3.
Yeah, first runs off the bat. Amjad will feel good about that. Got a decent connection there and played it in the gap, more importantly. But yeah, you're right about the outfield. Generally, we found here, outfields are generally very electric, but today, just on the slower side. The bowlers won't mind that. They won't be complaining for sure.
And it's a pretty clear evening here at Dubai Sports City as well. Not seeing any hints of dew so far. That was the main condition the Gems Education captain was worried about. Let's see if it makes an appearance. It usually does. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery. Perfect line, perfect channel. And Ahsan Shah, he was lucky to miss it.
What a good ball to a new batsman who's just taking strike against you. Ahsan Shah had no answers to that one. Bini has been good. Just that one full delivery that Amjad drove him. But other than that, he's been right on the money. Couple of short stuff, now pitching it up, making the batsman play. That's what you want to do early on in your spell.
Absolutely. Ask the right questions and you might get the answer that suits you. Once again, beats the outside edge. Absolute brute of a delivery to end a very good over from Gems Education and Bini Raghunath. 4 for none. Ahmed Zaman, the regular new ball partner of Bini Raghunath. Tall, awkward action, has plenty of pace about him. And he gets that ball to swing both ways. He has that rare quality. Upish over the top of cover. Once again, not timed perfectly, but it has enough on it to kiss the boundary rope.
Yeah, that's the kind of length that Amjad Gul waits for generally. Full on the offside. He likes that region, over extra cover. Look at that, clears the front leg, makes the elevation, and then once it's over that fielder, in this power play, it's always going to run away. So good early start for him. The bowler is under pressure early on.
Yeah, same field for him, deep square and deep third. This time, big swish across the line. And you could see that late swing for Ahmed Zaman. That's one area where Amjad Gul can perhaps be vulnerable. He's a bit over-aggressive once he gets a few boundaries.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's something that you need to control as a batter. When you've got that good feeling shot, that adrenaline kicks in immediately, and that's where you need to have that calmness of mind to really take control.
Bowled him this time, and it's a no ball, is it? Well, all sorts of things are happening. He cleaned him up, and then umpire Vipin Singh stuck out his arm, and well, disaster for Gems Education.
How unfortunate for the bowler. You bowl a wonderful delivery, not the best of shots to be played, to be honest, and then it's called a no ball, and it's also run away all the way down there.
Well, all sorts of things happening early in the ACL tonight. Ahmed Zaman overstepping the mark. He bowled an absolute jaffa to get through Amjad Gul's defenses, but it's umpire Mujahid in fact indicating the free hit. So Amjad Gul gets a very big life early in the piece.
A very interesting call there. It hit the wicket and went for a 4 and was given 5 wides.
Well, there you go. This time good reply from Ahmed Zaman, but has the horse bolted already, giving this man a life in the form that he is in. Very ominous signs for Gems Education.
There was a good ball to get rid of him, unfortunately for him. Just overstepping there. How costly will that be? That's the question now. The captain will be telling him, look, you've made a mistake once. Now that's it, guys. We're not dropping any more catches, no more extras. Because Amjad is not the kind of batter you want to give freebies to.
Trying to force that ball. Once again hitting the splice of the bat. That's the way Amjad Gul plays. Doesn't particularly respect any bowler out there. When it's his day, he'll smash you all over the park, but perhaps it could be his day. Already gotten a life.
Yeah, he likes to clear that front leg early on, especially once he's seen it full. Wants to really give it a real tongue. Hits it very hard, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's very good on those horizontal bat shots. The square cut, that lofted shot over the covers. Likes to open up the offside. That's much more in control and takes a quick single to the covers.
A bit of good thinking there. They've dropped the extra cover down to the boundary because they know that Amjad likes to play that shot just as you mentioned earlier. So now that field is deep, and so is third man. Although the strike has changed now, Ahsan Shah has just faced a couple of deliveries, couple of very good deliveries, mind you, from the first over. So now he'll be looking to get his eye in. Amjad has faced most of the deliveries here.
Yeah, it's been all about Amjad Gul so far. 8 of 10. Chased that one, but that was well wide. Decent take by the keeper, Mohammad Salman. So, plenty at stake tonight for both sides here, Samir. If Gems Education win the game, they can go joint top. And if Gallion Cricket Club win the game, they will move into second position. It's all about that top 2.
Yeah, big milestones to reach. And that's why they'll have to work that extra hard to get that win next to their name.
Oh, it's been picked up on the leg side. And just beyond the mid-wicket fielder. Excellent chase put up there. Taimur Ali. But that wasn't the shot in control. More out of frustration. And Ahsan Shah, very lucky there. Another very topsy-turvy over. Look at that one, Samir.
Yeah, that stayed up in the air for a long time. The fielder did give it a very good chase, but just couldn't get there. Maybe a dive could have helped, but always going to be a tough one. Ehsan Shah shot in frustration, but he'll be lucky to survive that. 2 overs done, 17 for none.
Vinny Raghunath continues. And this has been slapped over cover point. Bit of a bottom edge there, but it had the height. Trying to spank it over the top, but not quite middling the ball once again. Perhaps an indication that this pitch is not as quick as we think.
Yep. Amjad Gul is the kind of batter, no matter what the situation, what the context of the game, you give it to him full and wide, he's going to go after you. There is a third man in place, so not the best shot to play there. They could have easily taken the top edge and gone straight to him. But as you said, Amjad, he won't mind where the fielders are. He'll look to take them on, backs himself, got that brute force about him. Binny has been good so far. 6 in his first over.
Oh, this time on the stumps, beautifully bowled and late adjustment made by Amjad Gul. That's where he needs to be.
Yeah, from what we've seen of Amjad Gul so far, he likes it on the offside, and when you spray down his legs, he likes to hit it big. But that straighter delivery, when you keep it wicket to wicket, that disciplined line, yes, you don't want to be full because he likes those lofted shots over the bowler. But on a good length, wicket to wicket, that's where you frustrate someone like an Amjad Gul. And when he gives you a few dot balls, you're quite sure that he's going to play a shot in aggression after that.
Yeah, that's the way he goes. It's my way or the highway. Doesn't like to compromise on his attacking instincts. This time belted straight past the mid-on. Good old-fashioned forehand winner down the baseline.
Well, that pitch is easily about 80 meters away from us, but you heard the sound of the bat all the way from there. That was slapped, wasn't it? Mid-on didn't bother moving. Moment it hit the bat, he knew it was going for a 4. Very strong looking shot for 4.
14 of 13, not particularly convincing apart from that shot, but he'll take it. He will not be bothered with the aesthetics. It's all about the results and the runs. This time he connects just over the mid-on once again, and it will trickle away. Back-to-back boundaries.
A little predictive now, Binny, choosing that 4th stump line, and a little too full. Amjad saw that early, walked across and got under it. Maybe he didn't get the distance, but it doesn't matter because Midon is up in the circle, so he can take that risk. There you go.
Yeah, was in the ring and very wide as well. And once you clear the inner ring at the ICCA Academy ovals, it's a very good chance you'll pick up a boundary. So now he's getting on with it. 18 of 14. It's just the start that Gallion were looking for.
Well, third man and fine leg have now come up. The deep point is in place, and so is long on. So now that boundary is being protected. Will he still go full, Binny Raghunath? That's the question.
Oh, he's bowled him. There you go. So Binny Raghunath has the last laugh. Absolute ripper right through the defense of Amjad Gul.
First time lucky, second time not so much. This time he's bowled him off a legal delivery. What a good ball. Looking to tonk that over. Despite that fielder being placed down at the boundary line, challenged himself, but the execution not so good. Amjad Gul goes. So first wicket for Gems Education. Gallion now 27 for 1.
So new batter is the debutant Usman Bajwa, his first innings in the Arabian Cricket League, and he's under some significant pressure. It's a must-win game for Gallion, and they've lost a big fish early. Amjad Gul departing for 18. Right out of the middle of the blade. Look at that timing. Concludes a successful over for Bini Raghunath. 27 for 1. Ahmed Zaman continues. A good looking drive there from Hassan Shah. Finds the fielder though. Just walking into that drive.
He hasn't faced the ball too much, Hassan Shah. He hasn't seen what's going on. He's just been a spectator at the non-strikers end. Third or fourth over, and then he's faced just 4 deliveries. Amjad Gul has been doing all the batting, and it's been quite eventful, his batting innings.
In swinger, it's been spliced straight to mid-on. Well, he did that shot earlier and just missed the mid-wicket this time. He found the mid-on, and a disastrous start for Gallion.
A good bowling once again, angling in on a good length. He chose to play that lofted drive on drive, but there is a fielder just for that mid-on. Easy catch in the end for him. So another wicket, 2 quick wickets go for Gallion. Hassan Shah goes for 2 of 5. Not the brightest of starts again. It's 27 for 2.
Well, it's the captain, the wicket-keeper batter, Safir Tariq, coming in at number 4. And he has to produce an innings tonight. Very, very crucial stage of the game. Gems Education once again taking wickets in the power play. And let's see what he can produce tonight.
Yeah, when he walked out after the toss, I don't think he would have wanted to walk in so soon. Under 4 overs, his top order failing him, and now he has to take on the responsibility of having a partnership here.
Oh, no footwork there, just having a dip at it there. Once again, that in-dipper from Ahmed Zaman. He is bowling beautifully.
I'll tell you what, Ahmed, there isn't that much movement that could really trouble a batter. We saw much more in the last couple of games that we did over here. But it's just enough. If you don't have the right technique, and if you just pitch it on that right length, it will trouble you. And that's what Ahmed Zaman has done so well. Even Bini Raghunath, for that matter, they've just been in the right areas. Haven't allowed any freedom or room to the batters.
Beautiful drive this time. Misfield at extra. That will allow Safir Tariq to get underway.
The skipper misfields off the skipper's bat and say thank you. Gets off the mark. Well, you've seen this one delivery faced by Usman Bajwa, but his technique looked absolutely solid there. We haven't seen this bloke. Excited to see what he brings to the table for Gallion Cricket Club.
Yeah, tall batter. Oh, it's a no ball once again from Ahmed Zaman. Well, he's just been overstriding in that popping crease. And another free hit. And Usman Bajwa, I think he'll gleefully accept it.
Yeah, absolutely. No balls can be absolutely terrifying for a bowler. Imagine you've bowled an absolutely golden delivery, especially the last time he got Amjad Gul out. It was called a no ball. Be really frustrating. Let's see what this free hit offers.
Yeah, deep square leg and deep third in place. Oh, and it was a slower, fuller one. And he's missed out big time.
Well, no balls and slow balls remind me of a certain player from Sri Lanka, Ahmed. I don't know if you remember him, Dilhara Fernando.
Remember him very well with that knuckleball he developed.
He bowled many no balls and he also bowled many slow balls for Sri Lanka. And I'll tell you a story. He comes from a place that is not so far from Colombo, very close to the airport. It's a place called Jaila.
Oh, short ball. Surprised him there, hitting the handle or the splice of the bat. And he'll be underway in the Arabian Cricket League with a quick single. That'll certainly wake him up. Look at that absolute brute of a delivery. Oof.
Nasty. Had to get his head off the way there. Lucky to have gotten away with just a single. That could have done some serious damage. 4 overs done. We'll come back to that Dilhara Fernando story. It's 30 for 2.
Well, a change in the bowling. Vinny Raghunath has been relieved. Mohammad Jamshed, excellent quality fast bowler. Spliced in the air and taken. Well, Usman Bajwa, we thought you looked good when you came to the crease, but that's a shocking shot and an easy catch at point.
First ball of a new bowler, and that's not the shot you want to play. Good looking delivery, but that didn't deserve a wicket for sure. Easy catch there for point. And now it's a third wicket that falls for Gallion. They are in serious trouble here against Gems Education. Gems will be over the moon with this start. 4.1 overs, it's 30 for 3.
So new batter in is Waheed Ahmed. Pardon me, Israr Ahmed. He's had a decent tournament as well. Made a few runs here and there, but needs a big score tonight. Oh, attempted Yorker. Squeezed away to deep square. And Israr is underway.
What a good start for Jamshed here. He's got a wicket off his first ball. His tail will be up. And here, Gallion Cricket Club 31 for 3 now. They've got a big job to do. Good for them. The skipper is out. He's got a big responsibility now alongside Israr Ahmed to build a big partnership here.
Yeah, it's been a dream start for Gems Education. Won the toss. Elected to bowl first. 3 wickets in the power play. All going according to plan. And they're bossing the game currently. Absolutely no two ways about it. Shouldering arms to that one. Umpire had a bit of a look, and let's finish our Dilhara Fernando story.
Yeah, so just to get back to that, he was born in a place called Jaila. Can't remember the name of the exact area, but there's a junction where his school is in Jaila, and that's such a prominent junction that later on, during his playing days and even after that, it went on to be known as the No Ball Junction. Every time someone passed there, they used to say, I'm at the no ball junction, I'll be there shortly.
Well, at least you remembered. Oh, that's an absolute brute once again. Perfect line and length, and just left him off the deck.
Brilliant stuff. This brilliant stuff from the pacemen of Gems Education. Each and every one of them, we've seen 3 of them in action, and all 3 of them have bowled immaculately. Look at that. How can you play a delivery like that? Safir Tariq all over that one.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong there. In fact, he was lucky to miss it. Jamshed, an early wicket in your spell can really change your entire mental makeup, can't it, Samir?
Absolutely. And just a disclaimer there, Ahmad, absolute no disrespect to Dilara Fernando. He was an absolute champion bowler, and we thank him for his services for Sri Lanka.
Back of length and nicely turned around the corner. That was a shot much more in control.
Now, slip in place now, Jamshed, why not? If you can let the ball leave the batter's bat like that, you're always in with a chance. Just a small edge and then it'll fly straight to that field at slip. And it's good to see that attacking field continuing. Generally, we've seen how captains after first 2-3 wickets, they become a little complacent. But Zafar here wants to go for the kill.
Yeah, completely agree with your assessment and his tactics. Good looking punch. Got his foot to the ball. And that's a top over from Jamshed. 32 for 3. Well, this is a very interesting move. Ahmed Zaman bowling his 3rd over on the trot. And I think it's the right idea here, Samir.
Yeah, I'd agree with the captain. Why not? When your bowlers are picking up wickets for you, they're making it tight for the batter. Might as well let them continue.
Oh, that's almost off the pitch there.
Yeah, not continue like that, I meant. It's just a bit of a loose here for Zaman. He's bowled some very good deliveries, but this one, as you rightly pointed out, outside the pitch.
Yeah, we don't usually see him bowl that outswinger, so perhaps just trying something new.
And look, the towel's out. The dew is setting in early today.
That could very well be the case. But 1 for 17, he's done a very tidy job in the power play. Slapped beyond the point fielder. That was aerial, but in the gap. Beautifully cut away for 4.
Yeah, another loose delivery. The first one going way outside. This one close enough for the batter to get the toe end of the bat and hit that away behind point for an easy boundary. Now you don't want to do that. You're on the top of your game. You picked up 3 wickets. You're bowling very well. The rhythm is there. The team's in good shape. These easy ones will spoil all of that momentum you've gained. How often have we seen teams being under the pump in the power play and then going on to score big scores?
Plus that point fielder was a bit too square there. Needs to get finer. Oh, outside edge and taken. Well, that's an absolute killer delivery from Ahmed Zaman. And a stunning catch by the keeper, Mohammad Salman.
I'll tell you what, I instinctively started applauding that. What a delivery. Look at that. How do you play at something like that? He was angling in and then moving away from Safir Tariq. He had no clue how to play to that. Stuck on his back foot, had to face it with the bat. And he got that outside edge that he was desperately looking for, Ahmed Zaman. Brilliant delivery to get rid of the skipper. It's now 4 wickets down for Gallion Cricket Club. 37 for 4.
Rehan Shah in at number 6. And well, Gallion Cricket Club are tottering here. 37 for 4. We're still in the power play. And they need somebody to stand up and be counted. The captain has also just departed. Beautiful catch behind the sticks by Mohammad Salman. And Ahmed Zaman bowling beautifully. Oh, hitting at the splice of the bat there. Good stride in though from Rehan.
And it's amazing the pace he generates, Ahmad Zaman. Not many steps in his run up, probably about 10 or 12. But he's generating some serious pace and troubling the batters here, which is great to see, by the way. And look at that, 37 for 4 in under 6 overs. This is some serious trouble for a team like Gallion Cricket Club, who bat well, mind you. They've batted very well in this tournament.
Oh, look at that. That went like a leg break. Outstanding seam bowling from Ahmed Zaman. And it's another no ball. It's his third of the game.
We might just need to call this place the no ball junction very early.
Well, he's paying a tribute to Dilhara Fernando. That's for sure.
No, but this is disappointing. You bowl a couple of good deliveries. You're doing so well. You're in a good position as a team. But then these little things aren't there. These are the ones that make a difference. You're giving that extra chance to the batter to free his arms. He's just walked in. Now, if this goes for a boundary, all that pressure that you've mounted will be released just a slight bit.
Right then, another free hit. And he's completely missed out. Not given as a wide either. He went for the outswinger just within the tram lines.
Yeah, he's been there. He likes that region, Ahmed Zaman. He likes that outswinger going away from the right-hander. Rehan Shah. It's phase 3 now. Hasn't looked very comfortable. If Ahmed can somehow pick up one more here, this would be great for James.
Oh, beats the outside edge. Squared him up. Sensational bowling here from Gems Education. All three of their fast men have been absolutely on the money.
And that one angled in. What a skill set to have when you can move it away and then angle it back into. Maybe his inward movement isn't as much in terms of degrees or the angle he gets, but still, if you're bowling a couple of outswingers and then suddenly you surprise the batter with the one that comes in, it's always going to be asking questions. This is some serious potential that needs to be harnessed here from Ahmed Zaman.
Solidly behind that, but they'll keep him on strike. Excellent bowling, excellent fielding as well. 38 for 4 at the end of power play. What a start for Gems Education.
Jamshed will now come back for his second over. Bowled a good first one. Oh, look at that bounce. But it's been nicely sliced away. It will be a double because of that misfield in the deep by third man. So important 2 runs here. The runs had dried up, wickets were coming, and Gallion are in serious trouble. Joining me in the comm box now as Ahmed takes a break is Neil Ojha. Good evening, Neil.
Thank you so much, Sam. Israr and Rehan now are trying to build a partnership. When you lose few quick wickets, the challenge then all of a sudden compounds. Big shout there. The umpire is not interested. The challenge there would be to ensure that they don't lose any further wickets, build a strong partnership, but at the same time keep the scoreboard ticking. Can't afford to not have runs on board.
Yeah, you always want to maximize in that power play, which they haven't been able to do, Gallion, unfortunately. And in fact, it works the other way for them. This time they've lost 4 wickets. So now they have a big task ahead of them. Israr is no mug with the bat, that for sure. But he needs to play a gem of an innings, if you can excuse the pun there, because that's the opposition. But Rehan needs to just stick around. Yes, you might have a couple of quiet overs, but the thing now to do is to steady the ship. And then you can start thinking about runs. A slip in place, which is brilliant to see from the captain. Again, we talked about how important it is to be ruthless once you're on top of the game. You don't become complacent. Jamshed has been bowling really well. Again, off the top part of the bat, sliced away to third man. This time it'll just be a single.
Has picked up a wicket, just given 5 runs in his 8 deliveries. First ball wicket. When you start in that fashion, you put an immense pressure on the opposition right away. 42 for 4. And at this pace, the batting side will have to up their ante so that they go big. This time he goes boundary there.
Well, you wanted him to go big, and that's exactly what he did. He was there in the slot. He started as the kind of batter who's not going to miss out, but it's there. He likes it full, he likes it straight, and he hit it just like that, full and straight behind the bowler. Much needed boundary for Gallion here.
And this was up for taking. And this also tells you that while they are trying to build a partnership, they don't want to miss out on opportunities. And that's a good sign. That's a very good sign.
And that's a key to good partnerships. You don't let the loose balls go away. That's again nicely cut away. That might just run away to the boundary. Oh no, that's again a good job. Look at the dew in there. He took a long time to stop that slide of his. But they'll take a couple of runs. So this has been a good over so far for Gallion. 10 off it already. They'll want to take more though, because this is not a good start for them. 48 for 4. They'll try to at least get a 150 here, because then they'll have something to bowl at their bowlers.
They've managed to get to 7 and over, which I would think that is not a bad start. If they didn't have the number 4 in that column of the wickets, losing 4 wickets up top, not a great sign.
That's another single down the leg side. We haven't seen the ball go that way too much. It's been a lot of offside here for the first time. Jamshed just threatening a little too much and giving away that single. So end of an expensive over from Jamshed here. When I say expensive, I mean in the context of the game. 7 overs done, it's 49 for 4. It's nicely cut away behind the field at point. Will this be cut off? Good effort. But unfortunately, that goes past him. So Ahmed Zaman will continue into his last over, but he's started off with a boundary. So suddenly now Gallion getting a few runs under their belt.
Well, yeah, that dive that he put in, I thought that maybe that was an overdrive kind of a thing. Pushed a little hard, because the ball that he tried to pull back was under his chest. Normally, you try and pull it out away from your face, so your eyes are on the ball, you know where your palm and how much outreach the palm has to have, and accordingly you pull the ball back. A little over push, and that led to the boundary, but a good effort nonetheless.
Yeah, we always talk about how fielding is the most underrated job. in a cricket match, but it's a fielding sometimes that wins you matches. But those bare margins, 1-2 runs by which you lose games, it's a fielding that saves those, doesn't it? That's a much better delivery by Ahmed Zaman. Good comeback here. Israr Ahmed likes it on the offside, but this time that wasn't the length to be driven.
Yeah, the previous one was back of the length, slightly wide. This time he just fine tunes the length, but line brings it very close, and that will also bring in that little doubt in the mind of the batter on what will he be doing. A quick change in the field as a deep third man fielder steps out for a treatment.
That's again wide, but Israr doesn't get any bat to it. I think you've been the good luck here for Gallion from the time you've come in. The wickets have stopped falling and the runs are starting to come here. They'll want you every game that they play hereafter.
Well, in that case, I'm sure that they would be willing to sign me up as their brand ambassador.
Neil Ojha, the Gallion brand ambassador. But 53 for 4. Just a couple of days ago, we saw 7 District being 30 odd for 3 in the power play. Oh, that's full. That should have been hit. That should have been hit. They're asking a very polite question, but more out of excitement than anything else. They were 37 for 3, 7 District, just 2 nights ago in the power play, and they ended up scoring 210. So Gallion will be looking at that saying, if they can do it, we can do it too. It's still not a lost cause.
Well, no, T20 game is a matter of a couple of overs. 2 good overs on any side and the game can change on its face. Pushing it down will get a single.
And I think the next phase of this game is when the spinners will come in, that middle phase between, let's say, maybe from now up till the 15th over will decide maybe which way this game is going for Gallion. If they can maybe find that 1 or 2 bowlers that they can target, which is what 7 District did the other day. And if they can get 10, 12, 15 runs of those overs, that's nicely driven, but it's straight to the fielder. The captain there doing up the cleaning up job. So if they can do that, target a couple of overs and get that run rate up, they'll feel that they have a chance of getting back into this game. But for now, it's Jemzua on top, 54 for 4 Gallion. A change in the bowling. Taimur Ali, another paceman. He starts off down the leg side. That's taken a leading edge. And the fielder, the skipper Zafar Raja, was looking all over the sky, looking for that ball, but he never found it. And it fell right behind him. A lucky escape for Israr.
Extremely lucky there. The way the captain was standing, he lost the sight of the ball, and it does become difficult because the ball does go vertically very high. Meanwhile, a wide there down the leg side.
Rehan lets it go. Even the previous delivery was going down the leg, but Israr for some reason looked to play that and got that leading edge. But Rehan,
God bless you.
let that go for a wide. Taimur Ali is a 3rd paceman being used tonight, 4th paceman rather. And why not? Because the skipper has realized that the paceys are getting some good movement. They've picked up the wickets so far. No harm in continuing the same bit of action. The batters have clearly struggled against that nipping ball. Back away down the leg side this time. It'll just be a single. Deep square leg is there. It's outside the power play, so there's 5 outside the circle. which is much more protection to the bowlers in this phase of the game.
Yeah, protection is one thing. The other thing is to ensure that you field the ball well, take those catches. If the skipper had taken that catch on the very first ball of this over, this game probably would have looked completely different. Well tried, good attempt. Slowed the ball down with his fingertips, will get a single nonetheless.
They struggle to read him, Taimur Ali. Not express pace, he's just there and thereabout. But 2 times now they've got the leading edge. Perhaps playing it a little too early. This wicket we did see is a bit on the slower side. The ball just holding on to the surface before it gets to you.
Well, yeah. And in which case, as a bowler, you need to try and take the pace of the ball. Will give the ball enough time to grip. And there's a fantastic catch. Israr not departed. Rehan goes. There was a chance on the very first delivery not to be taken. But now, no one makes a mistake.
Exactly what we were talking about. Just holding on that surface. Plays it a little too early, Rehan. And Ali Tipu there takes an easy catch. Those are ones that you take at this level. So another wicket falls down. Wow, half of Gallion's side is back in the hut there. 58 for 5.
Okay, wow. Junaid Shamsu, he'll be on strike. Very first delivery, what a beautiful delivery to welcome Junaid. That'll be the end of the over. 9 overs gone. We'll talk about that more in detail. 58 for 5.
With the left arm spin now, Ali Tipu, the man in form for Gems. He'll come in and bowl to the new batter, Junaid Shamsu. Oh, talk about new batter. He thinks he's been batting there for a long time because he's deposited just his second delivery onto that school. Gems can go back to school and pick that up.
Well, that was poetic. The very first delivery right in the slot. It's almost like centre wicket power hitting training where the ball is fed in that zone and the batters have to just clear the front leg and go bang.
Probably being a little complacent, Ali Tipu. We've got 5 wickets. Maybe I can just tease it up there and see. In fact, that was Israr Ahmed who hit that 6. So apologies. It wasn't Junaid Shamsu. But it's good to see the intent. They haven't given up the run scoring bit. Yes, you've lost half your side. But you need to keep that scoreboard ticking. So when the loose ball is there, when it's in your arc, when it's in your zone, go for it, which is exactly what Israr is doing. And he's going to be key in this resurrection job that these two are doing.
Yeah, people have to play around him. But the irony is that Israr is the one who's trying to hit and take those risks. So we really don't know which way the whole trajectory of the game will sway. But for now, Israr, he's the man who's giving consolidation. He's the man who's hitting the big ones.
Yeah, you're so right there. You'll have to take calculated risks, if that's the right word to use here. That's nicely cut away. With the ease protection down there, it'll just be a single. And speak about Israr being the one who will want to bat through the 20 overs now here. The rest of them coming to bat around him. But even then, if you're playing the anchor role, it doesn't mean you have to only look for singles. If it's in your strong zone, just like the first delivery that we saw, go for it. Otherwise, what good are you as a batter if you're not sure of, if you're not backing yourself?
Spot on. Now he goes big this time and will clear the fence. 4 runs.
Yeah, again, the same example. If it's there in the zone, he probably backs himself to hit those, and he's a big guy, mind you, Junaid Shamsu. Not much effort required there. Look at that. Easy as you like, right behind the bowler. So an expensive start here for Ali Tipu. They've moved on to 69 now, Gallion.
One last delivery. And where does this go? Long on. He tries, but fails. The umpire says it's a boundary. So if and only if you're standing at the line, maybe there's a chance.
I was about to say he was about 5 steps ahead of the line, I think. Had he been on that line, maybe he could have just grabbed that. About 5 steps in. And in fact, it was a boundary. 1 step in, 1 bounce in. A risky shot by Junaid Shamsu. And they've got the runs in the over. So not sure what the idea behind that shot was. Nevertheless, they won't mind because they've got some good runs in this over. 15 already.
One last delivery to go. And this time over cover. And a boundary. A hat-trick of boundaries coming in. Very expensive over. 19 runs of that. 10 overs gone. 77 for 5.
Ali Tipu paying the price of being a little too full here. You're a spinner, so might want to drag that length back a bit. Make use of the turn. But if you're going to bowl so full to 2 strong batters, you are going to pay the price for it. An expensive over from Ali Tipu comes to an end. 10 overs, halfway mark, 77 for 5.
Temur comes in. Picked up a wicket already, so the captain's thought would be to bring him back in so that he can pick a wicket or two maybe. Very important to pick the wicket of Israr. But Junaid has also shown that he's not mug with the bat. The new over. There's a new voice in the commentary box as Ahmed Khwaja returns. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Neil. Yes, Gems Education absolutely bossing it at the moment. All 5 wickets falling to the seam bowlers. And Taimur Ali giving some valuable overs here. Really good move by the captain to use him on this greenish fresh pitch. Back cut by Shamsu and good fielding at point. Mohammad Jamshed, he's been absolutely everywhere. Been fielding in those hotspot regions. Took a wicket with his very first ball as well. So he's had a good game so far.
Indeed, he's done well. 79 for 5. They go at the same pace. They'll cross the 150 mark. They'd love to have a little more, the Galleons. Lapse in fielding will give them a run more. A couple of runs instead of a single. Ahmed?
Yeah, they're not a great fielding side. Jamshed, even though he's one of the lead fast bowlers, superb athlete, that's why he's in that backward point region. Taimur Ali is a very good fielder as well. So these are the runs that they're leaking. could prove to be quite harmful. Partnership has grown to 23 runs now. So Israr and Junaid doing a decent job.
Picked it up. Beautifully played and will sail over the fence for a maximum.
Beautiful pickup shot by Israr Ahmed on the pads. And look at that flick. Look at that flourish. Oh, that's brilliant. Back foot in the air. So you know he enjoyed that one, Neil.
Oh yeah. Played it like a flamingo. Going on 1 foot and a max. 87 for 5 and 10.4.
And so far this all-out counter-attack has worked for them. They're adding quick runs. Junaid Shamsu, we know he loves to go after the bowling as well. So if they can continue like this for maybe 2-3 overs more, you never know which way the match will turn. Picking and prodding at the ball was certainly not working for them.
No, you're absolutely right. Try and take those chances, put pressure on the bowler, and the bowler will commit errors wide there.
Yeah, over trying there, Taimur Ali. He's been taken for a ride in this over. 11 runs off it already. Will be interesting to see if the captain will persist with him, or perhaps look to introduce himself. A bit of spin alongside Ali Tipu. Even he was hammered for runs.
19 runs to Ali. And this over as well is looking expensive. They're going for the second. Not the effort that the team would like. Slightly late off the heel. Reverino Fernandez. One thing for sure, he can make up with the bat whatever he sees on the board.
Yeah, he's a big hitter of the ball. Plays with a clear mindset. Good option to have at number 5, number 6. Junaid Shamsu 13 off 5, and Israr looking dangerous as well. Trying to pull that away, just landing in front of the fine leg. Risky shot, but they're still out there. 90 for 5 at the end of 11. So Ali Tipu, the left arm spinner, will continue from the school end. 19 runs taken off his first over. Junaid Shamsu certainly took a liking to him. There's still a long on, long off, deep mid wicket and a deepish fine leg in place. Powered through the offside. Cover sweeper will have to work hard. Does well. Balraj Singh, he's already taken some stunners in the outfield during this Arabian Cricket League. Looking forward to if he can produce one tonight as well.
He's a fantastic fielder, and expectations will always be high from him, and that's why he's been kept at the sweeper cover. The man who will man literally the entire fence from, say, point all the way to the cover.
Well, they've taken out that mid-wicket fielder and placed him in that cover point position, just boosting the offside ring. Let's see what Junaid Shamsu has in store for us. Big shot towards cow corner, and it has the distance all the way for a maximum.
Earning in length again, and all Junaid had to do was spot the ball, hit the ball. Fuller and dispatched.
Just the raw power of the man. Didn't get to the pitch of it, but using those forearms and that leverage to great effect. 21 off 7. He's made a great entry into the Arabian Cricket League.
They're going at 300, Junaid. And all of a sudden, the run rate has jumped up from a modest 7 to 8.65. If they go at this pace, 171 is what they will be able to score. Back to the bowler, dot ball, much better length.
And they need to be street smart here, Gems Education. They don't want to let the game get away from them. Perhaps bring back their frontline bowlers, maybe give Bini Raghunath one over, or Jamshed reintroduced. Very watchful on anything that's pitched within the sticks.
Keeping their eyes on the ball. The ball does grip on the surface here, which primarily means you have to wait, you have to see, you have to gauge and then play. 8 runs already of this over. Ali Tipu has been expensive today. Drilled it all along the carpet. Chance for a boundary, and there it is. Balraj can't do much. 4 for sure.
Well, he read the quicker one and stepped into that drive. Became a bit of a long half volley, and look at that power once again. No chance for the cover sweeper. 100 has been raised, and pretty decent time. We're still in the 12th over.
This pair has done extremely well. 44-run partnership between these two, which has come in really good time. One last delivery. What does Ali Tipu bowl? He bowls something on the leg side. Down the leg side, the wicketkeeper is putting up a chase. Will the ball win the race? No. He's dragged it back. Done extremely well. Get a couple of runs to end the over. 12 gone. 104 for 5.
Well, this is a good move. I think they're listening to me. Bini Raghunath being reintroduced. So here comes the frontline bowlers trying to break this partnership.
Fantastic start there. Right on the money. And looks like that first delivery has probably been a little bit of extra pressure on his back. But Bini, I love his intent, the way he comes in every single time whenever he's handed the responsibility. On the money. 14 runs in the very first 2 overs, and picked up a wicket. This time ball staying a little low as compared to what Israr expected. Mistimed pull will be a single.
Yeah, he's a very attack-minded bowler. Always looks to push for wickets. And that's exactly what they need. This current partnership of 47 is just reversing the momentum of the game. So if you break this pair, then you're well and truly into the tail. That could be where Gems Education can pounce. If they win today, they have a chance of going top of the table. So a lot at stake tonight.
Beautifully bowled. The slower one, wide, fuller length. Everything right about that delivery. Everything.
Yeah, really good idea to a batter who likes to strike the ball hard. Use your variations, your change of pace. And almost came off there. Smart bowling from Bini. Shows he's just not a brute with pace. He's a thinking bowler.
105 for 5. At one point in time, they were looking like that they would probably be bundled out for 100 in the whereabouts. Not to be so. Bowled him! Binny comes in. A power move there by the skipper, and Binny says, "You've called me, you've got it." Wicket gone. Junaid walks back. 27 on board for him. And what a fantastic delivery to get rid of the power hitting Junaid.
Well, full and straight will always work. Just playing across the line, but too quick for him. And he's cleaned him up. Gone for 27 off 13. He was looking threatening, but that's a big blow to Gallion Cricket Club. 105 for 6.
We'll get a single there, Vakar, as he comes on strike, replacing Junaid.
Well, now we're into the tail. The fast bowlers are coming in. And can they hang around with Israr Ahmed, who's batting beautifully? 37 off 24. But now they're certainly moving into survival mode. Need to bat the complete 20 overs.
One last delivery of this Binny over. What a fantastic over this has been. 2 runs and a wicket. One last delivery. Israr. Now he's the danger man. If Binny can get rid of him, Gems Education would have completed the syllabus.
What a take there from the keeper. Saved a certain boundary. And perhaps trying to overdo it there, Binny. And Mohammad Salman. Just take a look at him behind the sticks. Excellent first jump, and look at that reach. That is brilliant. He's covered a couple of slip fielders there.
Now there's a very, very good support system behind the wickets. Binny. One last delivery. Beautiful delivery, beautiful Yorker. Brought the bat down in time. We'll get a single to end the over. 13 gone. 108 for 6.
Ali Tipu continues. No, pardon me. In fact, it's the captain, Zafar Raja, into the attack. Ali Tipu has been relieved for now. So he'll mix it up. Bowls a bit of topspin off break. Trying to tempt the tailenders into a big shot perhaps. This was the previous delivery right in the block hole. Just got his bat down in time, Israr.
Israr will be on strike for some spin action. Tossed up delivery. Low full toss up in the air. But will be in the vacant cow corner. 4 runs. That's nice and loopy. Only if there was a man there.
Yeah, it was a risky shot. Didn't time it. But just to the right of that long on. Hanging full toss. And he took full toll of it. Nicely put away for a boundary.
The runs are coming. Israr has done really well. 42 of 27. He's got his runs on at a good pace too. 112 for 6. Stepping down this time and over the fielder. Maximum.
Another positive shot there from Israr. Once again, not completely off the middle. The long on was interested and just about cleared him. Salman Shahid was interested just over him, but he will pick up a maximum. He's raced to 48 in very quick time.
10 runs off the 2 deliveries that he's bowled to Israr, the first one being a dot. Again stepping down, chance. Oh, fantastic effort there by the skipper. Was a bump, but still that effort counts.
Well, now this is the crucial phase of the over. He's exposed the tail. That one. Good use of the feet, and yeah, just beyond the reach of the captain there. Well, bowling it outside the sticks, I think they'll be perfectly fine with that. Anything tossed up to the tail ender, then they'll be wondering, should I have a dip at it? Let's go for a slog on the leg side. And that's where there could be trouble.
11 runs. Where does he bowl? What does he do to Waqar? Waqar wanted to go big, like his partner. Didn't really succeed. Will get a single and keep strike. 14 gone. 120 for 6.
Binny into his final over. Interesting. Off the pads. Bit of a stifled appeal, but that was clearly going down leg. So, Gems Education, they're just gambling here. They're not saving Binny for the death. They want him to nip out another wicket here, and then they can truly counter-attack one end.
Well, you have to get rid of Israr right now. I think it would be game, set, match in favour of Gems, and I think that's a gamble that they've taken. They would want Israr to be on strike for as much as they can. The next 5 deliveries, Binny's only target would be to get rid of Israr.
That is the exact matchup right now. 49 of 29 for Israr. A big full toss gently put away, and that will raise a well-deserved half century. Good fighting innings, and the dugout is making plenty of noise. He's played a crisis knock.
Well, yeah, he's been there through the time when there were dark clouds hovering over this innings. Israr Ahmed 50 of 30. 3 4s, 3 6s. He's done extremely well for his side. Beautiful Yorker, well dug out, will be a single.
Yeah, the key to that was that Rehan kept his, Waqar, kept his backlift very short. That allowed him to just dig the ball out. Sensible batting, even though he's coming in at number 8. Usually your number 8 can be expected to at least give you 10-15 runs. We've seen the likes of Rashid Khan, maybe Adam Zampa on occasion. Shardul Thakur comes to mind, very solid number 8. So they are expected to contribute.
Well, in T20, literally everyone has to go out and give it a fair shot. This time, fine leg. The ball going away from him and will race away towards the fence. 4 runs.
Good idea, but the field setting did not aid Binny Raghunath there. Genuine top edge, and with the fine leg up, It was pretty much a safe shot from Israr, and that just runs away. Short boundaries there. 4 runs added to the tally. Keep going here, Israr Ahmed.
You're absolutely right. The field setting, intending to bowl that short delivery, get that fine leg behind, try and get that opportunity to take that catch. Always easy to run in from the fence as compared to go back 10-12 yards from the 30-yard circle. Two more deliveries of this Binny spell. Again, banged a shot over the wicket keeper, and that's a boundary.
Well, everything is coming off for Israr Ahmed tonight. Another genuine top edge. This time directly over the keeper. Thuds into the side screen. Pacey delivery, not in control, but sometimes it's your night. So back-to-back boundaries here for Gallion. These are precious runs that Israr Ahmed is delivering here.
You're right. Big runs, 58 already on his name. Out of 32 deliveries that he's faced. Again, the projected score showing 176, and I think that'll be a very good recovery if they can reach there. And a single to end the over. 15 gone. It's 132 for 6.
So the skipper continues, as does Israr Ahmed. Well, he's denied the single first up here, as Samir Yunus steps into the com box. Now you have to manage the tail a bit here.
Yeah, Israr has been absolutely amazing for Gallion Cricket Club today. He's put on a show of how, first of all, you come out of a pressure situation and then take control of the game. Skipper Zafar Raja under a bit of pressure because of shots like this from Israr Ahmed. He has peppered that region. Long on has been nothing more than a spectator. Some seriously brute hitting here, and they've specially chosen to go after the skipper.
Once again in the arc, and it has to be deposited out of the park. Good looking slog sweep there, went straight, targeted the short boundaries, and no chance for the long on. Fantastic innings under pressure, 65 now in very quick time.
So it had to be him, wasn't it? Israr Ahmed is the name that you would pick out if you would want to see from the rest of the batting lineup who can get us out of this rut. If Gallion were to choose a name, it had to be him, and boy has he delivered tonight. Suddenly the score now 138, looking very respectful, looking very competitive. Yes, they've lost the 6 wickets, but Israr is still out there, and as long as he's out there, he's going to play shots like that. He's going to continue to play shots like that, but this time maybe he's played it straight to the fielder. So a chance too many. Just when we were talking about how well he's done tonight, he's hit a 6, and the next one he's hit it straight to the fielder.
Well, he just couldn't resist. Once again flied it up, and this time he just sliced it. And good catch taken under pressure by Salman Shahidi. He didn't have to move an inch. And well, could that be curtains for Gallion? A fine hand played by Israr Ahmed. 65 of 37, of 36, pardon me. 4 big maximums in that innings. 138 for 7 now.
Saifullah Noor comes out and he'll get off the mark with a couple. Yes, that's what it is. Played it in the gap. Very nicely done. There's no fielder in the ring on the leg side, so he chose to go there.
Well, now with two tailenders in, the field placements will be very important. The boundary riders need to come up a bit. They need to cut off the twos on the leg side. In fact, they've boosted that mid-wicket region. Balraj Singh has come into the inner ring on the leg side. And this is where you need to make sure you don't let the game get out of hand.
It's a well flighted there. Hasn't got all of that Saifullah Noor again in that region. But this time, it'll just be a single. Well, he's gone for a few, Zafar Raja, the captain. But he can go home and brag about getting the wicket of the better batter, the best batter for Gallion tonight. 9 runs off this over and a wicket. He's want to finish well here. These two are tailenders, so they'll try to keep the runs at a minimum while trying to close off this innings. That should be called a wide. Yes, it is. So one that's going away from the right-hander.
That doesn't get a lot of turn off the surface, but he does flight the ball well and hit the right areas. And that eventually paid off.
He's got the name Chief on his t-shirt for the boss of the Gems group, so why not? It's driven down. Quickly cut off, but they can't cut off the single. So 1 run to end the over. 16 done. 1 4 3 for 7.
So Mohammad Jamshed being reintroduced into the attack to bowl the 2 overs at the death. Let's see if he can get it right. Oh, attempted Yorker. It's brushed the pad, I reckon. Yeah, no signal from the umpire. Walking across the stumps there, that's dangerous.
Yeah, looking for that Yorker. Obviously never easy to bowl with a wet ball. But this time the umpire, seeing that there may have been a bit of a touch on the pad, but Jamshed has bowled brilliantly tonight. Really troubled the batters. In fact, all 3 batsmen that started off at the top really set the tone for this innings. Never allowed the Gallion batters to settle down, except Israr Ahmed, who played a gem of a knock here. This time it's on the leg side. He's looked to play on the offside, but the bat seems to be turning on his hand most times. They're probably not in control of the shot he plays.
And with the tail, you don't want to be predictable here. Use that bouncer, use that change of pace, because they'll be getting ready for that fuller delivery aimed at the sticks. So you need to mix it up nicely here. Try to outfox them, not blast them away.
Yeah, the last thing you need as a bowler is a tail ender, getting those boundaries off the top edges and the under edges, and those big shots not going into the hands and landing safely. You want to close off the innings as soon as possible. And that's exactly what you need to do. Full straight, you miss, I hit, and that's exactly what Jamshed has done.
Well,
what a wicket.
that's formula number 1 to get rid of the tail. Bowl it quick and straight. And that was too much for Saifullah Noor. Underneath the bat, playing across the line. And that's knocked him over comprehensively. 8th wicket down. Saifullah Noor departs for 3. 144 on the board.
Abdul Wahid comes out to bat. The tail of Gallion needs to wag for themselves, and if it doesn't, then Gems will walk off the happier side. They've been brilliant tonight with the ball, and now they'll look to try and keep this score to a minimum. 150 was something that they wouldn't have wanted to give, given the start that they got, but still, they won't mind this. On a track like this where it favours the batters, they'll take 150 happily.
Very true. We've seen so many 200 plus scores in the Arabian Cricket League. So in the context of the venue, of the conditions, you're spot on there, Samir. Meanwhile, Jamshed hunting for his third. Oh, beats the outside edge. He's really been very consistent in that channel tonight.
And you're so right when you said that you need to mix it up to the tail enders. He started off with a short one and then a full one. And now that good length delivery, it'll be good to see what he does next. Will he ruffle him up with a shorter one? Will he go for that killer Yorker that he picked up the wicket of Saifullah Noor? Always nice to see fast bowlers in good rhythm. Oh, it's at full length and it's taken the leg stump off. Full and again straight. Wahid looking to heave that over leg side. It was very late to play it. He was playing it tomorrow. And he goes.
Well, he's been homing in on those sticks regularly and knocking over the furniture of Abdul Wahid there. No chance, just too quick for him. And he's gone for a second ball duck. 144 with the final pair at the crease for Gallion Cricket Club.
Mudassar Ali is the last man to walk out for Gallion Cricket Club, a left-hander, and Jamshed, who's got his tail up, will want to now wrap this up. Just one ball left in this over. If you can pick that wicket up, go back home smiling, Jamshed, today. Down the leg side, it should be called a wide. Yes, it is. Bowling to a left-hander after a while, probably. Just missing out on his radar there.
Well, now being able to bat the full 20 overs is looking mighty difficult. It's been a fantastic bowling exhibition from all the Gems Education fast men. And will Jamshed end it within his spell? Or will they be able to survive these final 3.1 overs? Try to eke up to about 170. Oh.
Has that taken the bat? Yes, it has. Jamshed will celebrate. So will the wicketkeeper, who's done brilliantly tonight. He's taken a couple of screamers, and he does that for the last wicket of Gallion. Pokes at it, gets the outside edge, and Jamshed will pick up 4 to end the innings here of Gallion Cricket Club at 145. What a fantastic bowling performance from Gems Education. They are right in this game and they are in the driving seat.
Absolutely brilliant right from ball one. They took wickets in the power play. The spinners contributed as well. And then the tail was cleaned up in quick time. There you can see the batting scorecard. No serious contribution from the top order. Amjad Gul was looking good, 18 of 15 until he was cleaned up by Bini Raghunath. Israr Ahmed and Junaid Shamsu, the only two Gallion batters who provided any resistance. Israr with a well-fought 50, 65 of 36 for him, 16 extras taking them to 145, and Mohammad Jamshed ripping through the tail.
Yeah, it was the two spinners that went for a few, Ali Tipu and Zafar Raja, but other than that, the pacemen, wow, what a turnout they've had tonight. 2 for 29 for Bini Raghunath, 2 for 29 for Ahmad Zaman, but the pick of them, 4 for 15 from Mohammad Jamshed. Full, fast and rattling those stumps very, very regularly to pick up 4 wickets, and 145 runs is all Gallion could make thanks to some brilliant bowling by the Gems Education CC. 16 extras given by them. They'll want to reduce on that front next time they come out to bowl. Nevertheless, it's been a brilliant performance by them. Only 156 to get for them here when they come out to bat, with 146 to get, pardon me, from 120 balls when they come out to bat again. We'll be back shortly with the second innings. Until then, take care.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ICCA Academy, Oval number 2 for the ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League. It's match number 40 in progress, and news from the centre is that Gallion Cricket Club were put into bat and they have been knocked over for a paltry 145. Gems Education CC's openers are out there in the middle. It's going to be Saifullah Noor taking the new ball for Gallion. Salman Shahid and Shazad Ali, the opening pair for Gems Education. And here we go. The run chase is underway. Struck on the pads. Bit of swing there. And swinging into the comm box to join me for this opening passage of play, it's going to be Neil Oja. Good evening, Neil.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. 146 is the target. From the way the Galleon started, it looked like that they may not be even able to reach in the 110-120 zone. But a fantastic knock coming in from Israr ensured that they get enough on board. Now, will they be able to hold on to that? Will they be able to defend that? Shazad Ali, he would have different plans.
Yeah, he's coming off a very good knock of 87 in his previous game, so in good touch. Read that in swing well, nicely clipped behind square, and they'll pick up a couple quite easily. Good shot, good balance on that shot, in fact.
Yeah, you're right. That previous knock definitely will help him continue from where he left. The momentum always stays with the batter. Leaning in with the head to play that beautiful shot. Couple of runs on board for him.
And of course, I was just watching the Gallion bowlers warm up in the innings break, and there's definitely a lot of dew about. This outfield is getting soggy, so they need to maximize this new ball. They need to pick up early wickets. Struck on the pads, big appeal, but it has not been given. Perhaps the height, perhaps the bounce, just saving Shazad Ali there.
Yeah, I think it was a height. It nipped back in very sharp, but yeah, hit him on the back thigh. No way that the umpire would have given that out. Good call.
Good delivery from Saifullah Noor though. He's been right on the money. Testing that front pad, testing their technique. He's had a bit of issues with overstepping, but when he gets it right, he's a genuine wicket taker. They need early breakthroughs. They've removed that slip fielder, just bolstering the leg side field. There's a square leg in the ring and a mid wicket. Bit of a half volley there, couldn't put it away.
Well, yeah, he's been able to get the ball in, bringing it back very, very sharply, Safir. And that's precisely the reason why the onside has been strengthened. He's getting the ball to move in. How about surprising the batter by getting one to move away from him?
Yeah, that would be a good change up delivery, mix it up. Back of a length this time, so testing his back foot defense as well. So far looks in good order for Shazad Ali.
One last delivery to go, 3 runs so far on the board. The first one came off a leg by, then 2 off the bat, and after that a string of dot balls.
Yeah, he has 6 wickets so far in the tournament. Saifullah Noor, economy rate of 8.5 is not too bad considering he bowls in the power play. But they need him to be right on the money tonight. They need him to be switched on. So far a pretty decent over. Only conceded 2 off the bat. This time, oh, bit of a leading edge. Closed the face of the bat early, but got away with it. 3 for none. Ahsan Shah, handy bowling all-rounder. Couldn't get going with the bat today, but his main forte is his fast bowling. Let's see if he can hit the seam, get that ball to nip around. Salman Shahid yet to get off the mark. Attacking opener. Oh, beats the outside edge. There you can see that hint of a way swing. Beautifully bowled.
Very, very close to the outside edge of the bat. And that's where you try and create a little piece of doubt in the mind of the batter.
Yeah, immediately a slip put in place with that outswinger. You have to be positive. You have to look to pick up wickets. That's the only way you can survive this game. You're not going to be able to defend 145 if they bat their complete 20 overs. Too much quality in this Gems Education batting lineup. There's a deep square in place as well, perhaps for that short ball, surprise delivery. And he smashed it over the point. One bounce over the rope.
Well, yeah, stepping down to a fast bowler, you don't see that very often. But that authority, Salman Shahid, has shown his intent very, very evidently with that boundary.
Yeah, that was a shot of some confidence. Ahsan Shah not as quick as the other bowlers, so he took a chance, and look at that, flayed it over the top. Beautiful hit. That's a genuine power play shot. So he's underway with the boundary. He's been making some quick fire 30s here and there. Not quite played the big innings just yet. Oh, trying to cut that away and pretending he left the ball.
Well, yeah, didn't reach the ball, no foot movement. But this is looking like a good contest. It's not like the Gallion bowlers are not putting in effort. They're making everything look reasonable. Yes, they need to attack a little more. Yes, they need to pick a wicket or two right now.
Lofted down the ground. That's a princely looking shot from Salman Shahid. Beautifully put away for 4.
Bowled it full in the slot, and all Salman had to do was give direction over the bowler's head. Nastily played. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Wonderful balance and control there. He knew which area he wanted to loft the ball and did it very, very exquisitely. So he likes to deal in boundaries. He's got a couple to his name. Ahsan Shah under a bit of pressure here. And solidly behind that. Rock solid technique.
11 on board after 1.4. If you look at this over, it's been a dot 4, dot 4, dot. Will the third and will there be a third boundary? Will that last ball follow the sequential order of scoring in this over?
Yeah, my OCD is also ticking. And seeing that equation. Let's see if Ahsan Shah can keep him quiet or perhaps even pick up his wicket. Pulled away and fine leg up. That's asking for trouble. So the sequence remains 12 runs off the over. Expensive one. And Gems Education are on a roll. 15 for none. Take a look at that one. He's just not quick enough to bowl that length and easily hooked away. So dot 4, dot 4, dot 4. 15 for none. Saifullah Noor continues. Once again, good balance, drilled through mid-wicket. Junaid Shamsu will clean it up. And that's the right way to play an in-swing bowler as straight as possible, Neil.
You're right. If you try and go across the line, you'll pay the price. Bring that straight bat down.
So Salman Shahid facing up to Saifullah Noor. Pulled away. There is a deep fine leg. Well, good field placing at least. If there was going to be an attempted short ball, keep a fielder back.
Yeah, sensible. You need to plan and plan your attack well. (17) without loss in 2.2.
Yeah, this has been a commanding performance from Gems so far. Their bowlers delivered with the new ball. Their spinners picked up wickets in the middle. And now their openers looking very good at the crease. Not holding back their shots. Lofted shot over mid-on. Check that one out. A short arm jab from Shehzad Ali. That's the shot of the night for me. A hint of Virat Kohli in that.
Well, yeah, didn't need the bat to go complete the swinging arc. Just showing the face of the bat. Beautifully done. Sheer timing.
Brilliant striking. He's a man in form, all right. So they're taking boundaries of both new ball bowlers now. Brilliant punch that was from Shehzad Ali. He looks a serious player. Another find of the UAE domestic scene. And right behind that as well, treating the good deliveries with a lot of respect, and anything within his range, he's pouncing on it.
Sensible cricket, I would say. No need to go all aggressive without having that commitment of sensibility. What these guys are doing, like Ahmed you mentioned, punishing the bad balls, respecting the good ones. 6 runs already of this over.
And that's all you really need. Required run rate is just 7 per over. Oh, this time he's picked him up over square leg for a maximum onto the road. And it's traveling out of Dubai Sports City. And it's a no ball to boot, Neil Oja.
It's insult over injury. The umpire's calling in for a new ball. But look at that shot when it comes. Beautifully played. Sheer dominance. And that has put the bowler under pressure. Fantastic looking shot onto the straights. And with that 6, we'll have to wait till the new ball arrives.
Yeah, it needs to take a U-turn from the signal. Meanwhile, we'll ask our match referee for a new one. So free hit for Shehzad Ali. Exciting player. Let's see what he can produce. Oh, it's a slower ball. Nicely bowled Saifullah. He is an experienced campaigner. And that beat him all ends up.
Very smart. Very, very smart there. He'll have to go ahead and bowl that delivery all over again. But that free hit delivery absolutely on the money. 28 without loss in 2.5, and the required run rate has now slipped below 7.
Yeah, this has been an excellent opening stand. Both Salman Shahid and Shehzad Ali playing their shots with a lot of freedom. Oh, he's gone downtown, not connected. Amjad goal.
Oh, hey.
Just put it down. A one-hander. That would have been the catch of the tournament, but just popped out.
Well, yeah, he ran in really well, running behind, not always easy, but look at that. He's very quick to move, and then outstretched hand, These catches, they either stick or they don't, and in this case, it didn't. End of the third over, 29 without loss.
So change in the bowling. Ehsan Shah has been relieved quickly. Waqar Ahmed took a couple of wickets on his Arabian Cricket League debut. Good seam bowler. Back cut and beats the point fielder. There is a deep cover, but no chance. Shehzad Ali is dictating terms tonight.
Well, yeah, he's playing literally everywhere, all around the ground. No stopping him. The way he got on top of the ball, closing the face of the bat. Poor effort there at point. You need to stop all of these. You need to stop them all.
Really impressive lad, this Shehzad Ali. And stacking up the runs now, backing up that 87 in his previous innings with some good runs here as well. Looks a very minimalistic kind of player, not much of a shuffle, but rock solid technique and strikes the ball hard. Oh, this time, well, the commentators curse, trying one shot too many. That swung late on him, trying to pull that from well outside off. Not a good idea. Waqar, a bit of a throwback bowler, isn't he? That side-on action.
Well, you're right. You need a lot more accuracy when you're bowling that kinds. Not very easy. One little mistake and you get punished.
Pulled away over the fine leg, easy pickings. Well, that's the one length you cannot bowl with the fine leg up. He's just swiveled on it and put it away for 4.
Well, yeah, both these batters, they are in supreme form. And again, at that pace, if you bowl that length, more often than not, you'll be picked for runs.
And once again, it's the Asian prototype pitch tonight, so it's not that quick. It has good bounce, but it's not really rushing onto the batter. Plenty of time for Shehzad Ali to just swivel on that one. So once again, a new sequence has been started. 404. And yeah, well, Neil, we have something to watch out for.
4.4. Can we bring in another 4 dots? It's going to be amazing if that happens. We've got an eye for these sequential numbers, an eye for any unique formation. And when it doesn't happen, you said your OCD starts shouting out loud.
Yeah, it might go haywire. So we need Shehzad Ali to hit a boundary here. Oh, inside edge and bowled him. Well, he tried that early in the over, didn't connect. He went for it again, and he's paid the ultimate prize. That's a poor shot.
Well, yeah, drag that ball onto the stumps and gone. These short deliveries, they come in a little too slow onto the bat. This time a little early on the shot. And dejected as he walks back. Shehzad Ali gone 22 of 16, 37 for 1.
Ali Tipu, the left-hander, coming in at one drop. Down the leg side, and that will be 5 wides. Well, Safir Tariq, he'll be tearing his hair out. They've just picked up a wicket, and then you concede 5 very soft runs.
Well, yeah, it's the left-hander's curse. He comes in and things go haywire. Look at that. Where did that ball pitch? Down the leg side, probably the 7th stump down the leg.
Well, that isn't very nice of you, Neil Ojha, to call us a curse. We'll take offense to that.
The left-hander's curse to the bowlers. On the bowlers, the spell that they come in with.
Current run rate going along beautifully, just a tick below 11. So Waqar needs to make amends. Oh, struck him on the pads, but clearly pitching outside leg. Bit of extra bounce as well.
Well, yeah, with that, it'll be an end to the over. 4 overs gone, 42 for 1.
Saifullah Noor continues, getting an extended spell in the power play. So now the responsibility to carry this run chase is on Salman Shahid. He's been denied the strike a bit of late. It was the Shahzad Ali show so far. So he needs to capitalize on the start he's gotten here.
Well, yeah, a couple of good looking shots coming from his willow. Ali Tipu will have to play around him while Salman Shahid takes charge. And if you're looking to chase this down, which ideally should be done, you just need to get partnerships going.
Down the leg side, looking for that extravagant lofted shot over the fine leg. That's come into fashion these days, Neil Ojha.
Well, yeah, you try and bat and get those unorthodox shots coming through, because as a batter you have more options to play one ball in multiple ways. Where you play it, it's on your skills, your ability and your practice.
Yeah, the best example of that is a certain Mr. Joss Butler. He can smash the same ball down the ground for 6 or just scoop it over the keeper, and he does it so flawlessly. It's something that all of these modern day batters work on. A good example of a lad who can do that in our domestic scene is Alishan Sharfu. He loves to do those scoop shots. Coming around the wicket now, so trying to create a new angle here, Saifullah Noor. Let's see if he can get it right though. Oh, big in swinger, squirted away to mid-wicket. So certainly has a plan in mind.
Well, yeah, angling the ball in, and it's a classic case of you miss, I hit with that angle. It also cuts down the opportunity for the batter to drive it towards the covers, and that's why you'll see no fielder on the offside, is at the boundary.
Yeah, he's got a smattering of fielders in the inner ring. There's a mid-wicket square leg. Struck on the pads, but certainly swinging down the leg side. Umpire Vipin Singh, he doesn't like to entertain any false appeals. But look at that movement in the air. Really getting that ball to hoop around Saifullah.
Well, yeah, this angle that he's creating that pressure. And for the batter to play that kind of a delivery, they'll have to lead on again with the head and play it towards the fine leg, the backward square leg region. Use the movement of the ball to play the ball.
Well, he set him up with those in-swingers. What will he do as a double bluff? That's what I'm interested about. Back of a length, inside edge, squeezed onto the pads there. And this is a good sequence here from Saifullah, who is bowling beautifully.
Well, Saifullah has bowled those deliveries that come into the right-hander, but we haven't seen him get that ball out away from the right-hander. So I don't know if that is not his strength to bring the ball out. But if nothing else, can he just bowl a straighter one where the ball does not move? It holds its line and goes straight. This will flummox the batter and maybe get the edge to the keeper.
Indeed, or perhaps a slower one. Just throw it up there, invite the big shot. Could get him caught unawares. He's building some dot ball pressure here for sure. Good looking drive past the cover, and they will take one to mid off. So Salman Shahid was confident enough to step into that drive.
One last delivery to go, and that'll bring Ali Tipu. So for Ali, this delivery will be his natural delivery. Saifullah's will be the one that goes away from him. Is there a slip in place for Ali?
Most certainly is. Well spotted there, Neil. He's certainly striving hard. But so far, the Gems Education top order is standing up to the challenge. Has brought that current run rate down a touch with a good over here. Oh, outside edge. There was no second slip. And horrible fielding at deep third. Conceded a very, very poor boundary. Well, a good over spoiled there at the end.
Well, yeah, a chance, as we said, that the ball will move away from the left-hander. Created, but a very, very poor piece of fielding there. Conceding a boundary to end the over. 5 gone, it's 48 for 1. Ahsan comes in, bowling with a slip in position and slipping in to call the next 5 is Samir. Sam, welcome.
Been a lot of slipping and sliding lately, Neil. I've just got my driving license last week, and I can tell you driving in Dubai isn't easy. There's so many different roads, and Google Maps tells you slide here, slide there, you lose your way. Well, I'll tell you who hasn't lost their way. That is Gems Education. This has been a very good batting effort from them. And mind you, from the 5 overs that we've seen so far, they haven't bowled badly. Gallion. It's just been very smart batting from Gems Education. That's been hit away. That's up in the air. Will the fielder get underneath it? There's no one down there at the leg side. It's the mid-on fielder who has to run across and stop that. And it'll just be 2 runs. So just to get back to that point, you guys mentioned it earlier, you and Ahmed, that they haven't bowled too badly, but it's just been very intelligent batting from Gems Education. They've waited for the loose deliveries, they've waited for the loose stuff, and they've played good textbook shots to get the runs that they have so far. Yes, they've lost that 1 wicket of Shahzad Ali, who was looking brilliant, but still, they look well on course to chase down this target of 145. Steps forward, and this time it's behind the keeper. Well, when you swing hard, they say, and this time it's beaten the fielder at slip, who was there to take that catch, but it was way, way above him. Another boundary.
It doesn't matter how they come, as long as they come. The slip was in position, but the ball had got that elevation over him. No stopping that.
54 for 1 now, going at 10 per over, slightly more than that. You look at the scorecard and you think, well, Jims are in control of the game, but T20 is a funny format, I tell you. One bowler can put their hands up. Someone like a Jamshed is needed here for Gallion. Just rattle up this batting order a bit. Look for that single, but it wasn't there.
It's a good piece of fielding as opposed to what we saw in the previous over, the last delivery. Absolutely regulation. 6 runs already of this over and 2 more to go. 92 required of 86. This is not a very big ask, and the advantage that Gems Education has, A, they bat deep, and B, they haven't lost too many.
True that, and they've got a left hand right hand combination here. It's always difficult. Salman Shahid has played smartly here. He saw Shahzad earlier going for those runs, going for those shots, and he's played a quiet hand. Yeah, and you need one batter like that when you're chasing a very I don't want to call it a tricky total, but a total like 145 sometimes can be tricky. You're not sure of your approach. So he's playing it smartly. He knows he doesn't need to go all out. Just needs to bat out the overs and they'll get there eventually.
You rightly said, it's a tricky total. You have anything over 160, 170, you know that you have to go hard from the first ball. And when you have about 100 odd runs to score, you know that you can go easy. We'll come and continue that conversation. 6 overs gone at 54 for 1.
Another paceman in the house, Junaid Shamsu. It's been all about the paceman today. We've rarely seen spinners doing well. There were 2 spinners that bowled for Gems Education. They went for a few. It's been all about the faster men on this pitch here at the ICCA Academy. Just a bit of a hiccup on that run-up. Junaid Shamsu played a quick hand. Made an important contribution alongside Israr Ahmed, but just wasn't enough. But can he contribute with the ball? That's the question.
The T20 format demands utility players. Need to be able to bowl, you need to be able to bat, field, literally everything.
And not give away free runs like that. That was a wide called by the umpire down the leg side to the left-hander Ali Tipu. That run rate 6.5. Every time you look at that as a bowler, you're wondering what your approach is going to be. Are you going to attack or try and contain? Back of a length, Ali Tipu nicely behind that. You can afford those dot balls, can you? You had 55 for 1, 7th over in progress, just chasing 145. Be cool and calm and take your time.
No, with you on that, yes, you can afford to play a couple of dot deliveries, but from a bowler's perspective, you need to attack, you need to take wickets. There are not too many that you're defending. You can't be so sure that you'll be able to see through the 20 without conceding so many runs. Someone will commit an error, someone will bowl those poor lines. Bowlers will have to look for taking wickets. That's how a game is won.
Yeah, no doubt about that. If Gallion have any chance of winning this game, it's through picking up those 10 wickets. It's like a test match. You can't win a game without picking up the 20 wickets in the 2 innings. And that's how it is here for Gallion tonight. They've given away a few in those first 6 overs. So clearly, Gems Education bossing both the power plays, first with the ball, now with the bat. Gallion will have to work extremely hard to try and come back and get a small foot into the game. Jims have so far controlled it very nicely. That has gone under edge and gone to the field at fine leg. That looked to get a single, but maybe not necessary. No need of a risk at this time.
No need whatsoever. You're absolutely right. These fine leg fielders can be tricky. One might think back in the days you would want to hide one of those fielders that you don't really want to be seen and don't want the ball to go at. But modern day cricket, well, it demands absolute fantastic fielders everywhere.
You can't afford passengers in the team. Not anymore, at least. That's hammered. That's past the field at cover. And that's well fielded by me long off. But Amjad Gul, he got behind it. But unfortunately, by the time he got up, the ball just trickled into the boundary line. Unfortunate.
Oh, you're absolutely right there. Slapped literally with authority. Amjad Gul did well there, but then the ball deflected off his body into the fence. 4 runs.
Amjad's son is here in the dugout. He'll want his son to forget about that. Beta, you didn't see that today from your father. Oh, swipe at it, but the umpire at the last moment decided to stretch his arms, or has he? No, he hasn't. So that'll be a dot ball.
Yeah, Amjad's son. He's busy playing cricket with tennis ball. He's bowling, he's throwing, he's a busy kid.
But what an age to be, isn't it, Neil? He's carefree. Just love everything you do. You got buckets of energy. It'll be a wide. That'll surely be a wide. This time the umpire not forgiving.
Well, yeah, tell that to a coach who works with these age group cricket. He'll tell you that, yeah, that energy doesn't really help.
Oh, I can totally relate. I do a few public speaking workshops back in Sri Lanka, and I make sure that I never do it for kids. Because I have 3 kids, but I'm just not patient with them. 7th over, just about to end. Oh, that's been pulled away. That will go a long way. There is no fielder there. And that'll be a maximum for Ali Tipu.
The humongous 6 there to end the over. Got inside the line of the ball with the bat. Picked it up from outside off and deposited to the mid-wicket fence for a maximum. 7 overs gone, 67 for 1.
So a spinner in operation finally. We've seen quite a bit of fast bowlers here tonight, and all of them almost being successful except for a couple for Gallion, but it's Rehan Shah who will bowl a bit of off spin for Gallion Cricket Club. Now, can he make the difference here? They desperately need a wicket here. They desperately need the wicket of the set batter. That is Shahzad. That is Salman Shahid. Beg your pardon. The towels are coming out. The ball's becoming wetter. So everything is going against Gallion tonight. The opposition, the conditions, this game slowly slipping away from them. It's nicely bowled behind it, and it's straight to the fielder.
Well, a good sign of a good batter is how well he comes behind the line of the ball and plays it with a straight bat. This time we'll get a single though.
And that's all they need to do. 77 of 75. Just keep getting those singles, keep ticking the scoreboard. They've got the wickets in hand, just lost that one wicket of Shahzad. Ali Tipu and Salman Shahid are experienced batters. They've got buckets of experience with them, so they'll know they don't have to be ultra aggressive here tonight. Ali Tipu looking to just defend that. Good ball this one, Rehan Shah. He's found his line, but he'll have to do more than just good bowling. It'll have to be extraordinary now from Gallion Cricket Club if they are to somehow get a foot into this game.
69 for 1. Stepping down this time, he's gone big. He's put all his might in that shot. And the ball is lost in the night sky. Maximum, fetch a new ball, because this one's gone for a toss.
Ali Tipu has brought out everything he has within him, and he's absolutely hammered that with all the veins of strength in his body. And I'm a little worried about the cars being parked down that road. That's a big six. We were just talking about how Rehan Shah seems to have found his line, but Ali Tipu stepping forward on that occasion and absolutely hammering it on to cow corner for a maximum. So he doesn't like to stick around. He likes to play his big shots, Ali Tipu, and he'll keep doing that no matter what the target is, no matter what the situation of the game is. The ball is back, and this time some respect for Rehan Shah. So a 6 and a nice little forward defense from Ali Tipu. End of the 8th over. Gems Education going along nicely. They're about to graduate. It's 75 for 1. The bit of left arm spin now, Mudassar Ali. Oh, he starts off with a loose one. Luckily for him, that went straight to the fielder. You can't afford to bowl like that when you're defending just 71 runs. Well, he's trying everything now. Safir Tariq. He's brought on his pacemen, he's brought on his spinners, but to no success so far.
They're looking for wickets, and wickets are eluding them. There's no way that they'll get wickets by bowling that line, by bowling that length, unless the Gems Education batters commit errors. There's not one of those wickets where the bowlers will be supported widely even if they bowl poor.
And if you just look at the body language of Gallion Cricket Club, it's just that they've just not come out with that positive mindset because they were bowled out for that 145 in under 17 overs. You just don't have momentum when you're going in and coming out again to defend that. And that tells this has been cut away, but again straight to the fielder. So a couple of loose deliveries, they go unpunished. How important is it that you go in with a positive mindset, you have momentum with you, and then you come out and say, right boys, we're still in the game, we've got this, let's not let it go.
Yeah, I mean, all said and done, 145 is not a bad score. If not a match-winning score, pretty much will keep you in the zone. This one darted in, and we'll get a single on that.
But he's bowling with an off-spinner's action, Mudassar here, but It's almost coming into the right-hander and not going away from him. Quite interesting, the angle he's getting. I wonder if he's doing it with his wrist and his fingers, or if it's just the way the pitch is behaving, or he's just not getting any revolutions on the ball. Wish we could see a closer look at it. Again, going away from the left-hander. There you go. So just straight stuff. No real turn on it.
Well, yeah, orthodox left-arm bowlers, when they get the ball away from the right-hander, it looks like there is enough and more grip, but it is technically what could be a mirror image of a right-arm off-break bowler. A single to end the over. 9 done, 79 for 1.
Some more spin in action here. Ali Tipu looking to advance again. He did that once in the previous over and just absolutely hammered it. This time though a little too wide of him, so not really pulling those big levers out. We're just discussing earlier. That's again cut away but straight to the field. Ali Tipu has struggled to find the gap. Modern day spinners, they don't turn the ball much. It's those little angles and those variations just to create that little bit of doubt in the batsman's mind. Gone are the days of Vaughan and Murali where they used to turn a mile.
Well, yeah. Remember this little thing that my coach used to say? It's not the turn that gets you wickets, it's the illusion of the turn that will get you wickets. Because in the mind of the batter, he thinks that you are a spinner who will turn the ball. But when you don't, or when you just turn about an inch, is when the batsman is completely off the hooks, and that's where you get wickets.
That's a very fine line set by your coach. Again, it's straight in the field. So Ali Tipu, he's making a good connection, but all of them are going straight to the field. The bowler with the thing is bowling well, but I don't think that's a very good line to be bowling. There's very less protection down there. There's only a deep point kind of fielder that's there on the deep. So anytime that's going to evade those infielders, certain boundary written there.
4 dot balls on the trot. Ali Tipu, I'm telling you, something will give in now.
He's walked across. Almost expected him to bowl it there. All he can do is just pull it away for a single. And you look at modern bowlers, Neil, like Rashid Khans and the Rodindo Hasarangas and even Chahal, all of them, leg spinners predominantly, not much turn. Just those little angles, little variations, the googly coming in, so hard to read.
Yeah, also one thing common amongst them is that they bowl a little too quick for the batters to read what they're doing. A single, and that should be the end of the 10th over. Halfway done, it's 81 for 1.
Mudassar just gave away 4 in his first over. That once again, that angle coming into the right hander. Salman Shahid has been there for a while, 34 of 30, but he hasn't looked all too comfortable, at least not in the past few overs. But someone who's very comfortable is right next to me, Ahmed Khaja.
Thank you very much, Samir. Yeah, the spinners pulling it back a touch here for Gallion Cricket Club. Current run rate is hovering around 8. So they've certainly dragged the game back a touch. Salman Shahid still batting well, 34 of 30. And he's not looked as comfortable against the spinners as he was in the power play.
Yeah, except for the last couple of overs maybe. If you still look at that equation, 64 of 58, looks very comfortable and gettable. But as Neil was pointing out earlier, in the last over, Ali Tipu attempted about 5 square cuts, and all of them went straight to the fielder. Maybe something's about to give. There's a bit of tension building up there between the batters. Maybe a big shot coming up, a wicket. They're again trying to clear that leg, but at the last moment he saw the ball going away from him. Just got some bat onto it.
Yeah, he does fancy himself against the spinners, Ali Tipu. Like you mentioned, looking for that cut shot, not finding the gap. So it's a matter of time before he tries a big hoik, I reckon.
This time it's fuller, so he drives it, but there's still no single. There's a misfield, but never run off a misfield. Never would you run off a misfield. And that's one thing they've failed to do in the last few overs. They've gotten rid of those quick singles, and they've not attempted to try and put pressure on the fielders. Yes, you're chasing just 145, but it's still important to keep rotating that strike. Shot again outside the off stump, and again. This has become all too repetitive now for Ali Tipu.
Yeah, he's getting bogged down here for sure. And now that rate required has just crept above 7. It's almost neck and neck there. One more quiet over should do it. This time outside edge. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. All that dot ball pressure created has been dissipated with a boundary.
Well, the shackles had to break. It had to come loose. Ali Tipu was looking for that big shot. Moment he saw it full outside the off, he went with all his might, but he only got his stoppage. But he won't mind because he's got a boundary, and a welcome boundary for Gems Education. It's end of 11, 86 for 1.
Rehan continues here. 2 very good overs so far. He is been the main man building that dot ball pressure. Can he nick out a wicket here though?
Yeah, his keeper Safir will be looking to him. He'll be looking to his spinners to do that for him, because the fast bowlers haven't had much success here tonight, especially the Gallion fast bowlers. You can't say the same about Gems. They bowled brilliantly. Jamshed with those 4 wickets up front really rattled up the Gallion innings. He'll be looking to his spinners. Yes, they've bowled well. They've had those dot balls, but it's the wickets column that hasn't really added up. 59 of 52 now. Looking comfortable. Ali Tipu, he's been looking for that all night, and it'll be straight to the hands. He's not looked comfortable at all tonight, Ali Tipu. He's been waiting for that up-front full delivery. He gets down on one knee, plays his favourite slog swing, but it's straight to the fielder.
In the end, the deep mid-wicket rather, didn't have to move even an inch. Straight down his throat, and Ali Tipu's tortuous innings comes to an end. He really was struggling. 19 of 21, and an important partnership has been broken here. 87 for 2. Taimur Ali coming in at number 4. Good player to bring in this kind of scenario. Technically very solid. And he looked to rotate the strike as well, Samir.
Yeah, and Ali replacing another Ali. Ali Tipu is the man to go out, and Taimur Ali walks in. Yeah, the kind of batter you need in a situation like this. Ooh, and he's beaten first ball, and there's an inquiry from the wicket keeper for a stumping opportunity. The umpire will draw the square in the air, and he'll want the third umpire to take a look. This will be very interesting. Gallion looked confident here.
I think his back leg might have been in the air there. Oh, no, he got it down in time. Excellent camera work, excellent wicket keeping, and excellent presence of mind from Taimur Ali as well. I think he's safe there, Samir.
Yeah, good on him. Got his foot down just in time. Yes, he lifted it for a couple of milliseconds maybe, but he just got it back in, and the umpires have decided that it's not out.
Yeah, good to see. Quick decision taken. Not much to ponder. But Rehan Shah has been very impressive indeed. Let's take a look here just to confirm. And good take by Safir. It was in the air but quickly down in time. Gravity working in favor of Taimur Ali there.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Safir maybe missed a trick and introduced his spinners a little too late into the game. We know it's a slow wicket. It's holding on to the pitch before it gets to you. Oh, that's once again beaten, and another inquiry. This time again Safir Tariq looking very confident, and we are almost seeing a replay of what happened earlier, except that Taimur Ali was a bit more stretched forward this time.
Well, it's like that movie Groundhog Day. Keeps repeating itself. This time he got dragged out of the crease, but once again that back foot was stationary well within the popping crease. And Taimur Ali, well, he's having too many chats with Salman Shahid.
And what that may have done is create a bit of pressure on the batter's mind, that is beaten now a couple of times. Well, the umpires have still not given their decision. At least to us it seems safe, but you never know. They'll want to make sure they cover all angles. So what it's done is it's created a bit of doubt now in the batter's mind, and that pressure is good for Gallion.
Well, the number one most obvious thing is that he is not picking what Rehan is bowling. Those was two top spinners going on straight, and he played for the turn. And it will be nervous times for sure. So it's been given the green light once again. But if he keeps playing down the wrong line, it might turn red very soon.
Yeah, the good bowling this by Rehan Shah. He's clearly been the pick of the bowlers tonight. Just under 3 overs, has given away only 11 runs and picked up that wicket of Ali Tipu. If he can pick up one more, suddenly there'll be a bit of pressure on Gems, and Gallion will feel like they have a foot in here now. I can afford to smile, and the smile will turn into a laugh if he can pick up one more wicket here. 59 needed from 49 now. If they can widen that gap, Gallion, between balls and runs, they'll be back in this game. Again he misses it, and again the keeper collects it, but this time he decides to keep the bowls intact. A very good over by Rehan Shah comes to an end. 12 done, 87 for 2. And more spin. Safir Tariq sticking to his spinners. Oh, that one coming in again. I've not seen Mudassar Ali bowl even one that goes away from the right-hander. He's a left-arm spinner, but he's bowling into the right-hander off the pitch.
Yeah, he's bowling those good old-fashioned darts and getting a lot of movement off the deck though. So hitting that seam nicely.
Oh, it's beaten him. Even Salman Shahid is suddenly now not seeing those well. Look at that. The current run rate for the first time has gone below the required run rate. So good bit of pressure being applied here.
Yeah, they're digging themselves into a hole here with all these dot deliveries. Fascinating stage of play.
He looks to pull that. Doesn't get all of it. Feel that long on. Will cover it off. So it'll just be a single. Salman Shahid won't mind being down at the non-striker's end. And he holds the key here for Gallion. For Gems, pardon me. He'll need to bat through and make sure that he stays till the end. Because if they bat the 20 overs, Gems will most probably go on and win this game. But what Gallion need is to keep picking up regular wickets. Oh, that's come back in again. I almost thought it went through him.
Yeah, shaping up for the cut shot when you're seeing he's darting the ball in. That's not good shot selection from Taimur Ali. Clearly feeling the pinch of still being stuck on 0.
He looked very uncomfortable from the time he's walked in. This has been cut away. And this has been not stopped. Of effort by the fielder there from his foot, but it'll trickle away to the boundary.
Well, that's a very poor effort indeed. It was slightly short and wide for the cut shot, but you certainly cost your side a couple of runs there. What was he doing there? He is certainly not going to be heading to Qatar for the World Cup. In fact, if he was in the squad, he'd be dropped.
And it's not like he didn't have enough time to bend down and stop that. He could have easily gone down. The ball was slowing down as it was coming to him. So a lazy effort there, costing a boundary. Full toss this time. And this time he swiveled away. And that was a much more difficult chance. You can't stop that. That was coming at some pace. So all that pressure has suddenly been released with these couple of boundaries.
Well, a gentle, juicy half volley on leg stump. And in fact, it was hit so far, it could have been a 6. Barely rising above the ground, just skimming away. And like you mentioned, all of that pressure built has been dissipated. 96 for 2.
So Rehan will bowl out his 4 overs. They're trying to go for a couple there. And it's probably a good idea because the fielder is deep into the boundary line down in the leg side. So always going to be a 2 if you've just dropped it with soft hands.
Well, those are the slight 1%ers that have been favouring Gems Education now. After all those dot balls, that loose piece of fielding, then a full toss, then just a dab into mid-wicket. What should have been 1 became 2. And now they're rolling along quite nicely. This partnership looking to take the team home.
Yeah, it looks like they've realized that they can't afford any more dot balls. So they're just making that effort, showing a bit of intent to try and push them in the gaps. And if you're not getting the boundaries, let's at least get those 1s and 2s, and that should see us home. Taimur Ali with those 2 boundaries has now looked much more comfortable. 8 off 6 for him. With a straight bat, Rehan Shah back on his probing length there.
Well, I think the sweep could be a very good option, or the reverse paddle, because Rehan is just looking to zip the ball through. You can use that pace against him.
You asked for the sweep. This is a slog sweep, and that has gone a long way behind. Onto those steps, into the assembly hall of the school. It's a huge 6.
Well, this time he just swung with all he's got and it hit the middle of the bat. Wow. Serious power from Taimur Ali. And that is a massive 6. That schoolyard is some distance away. And that has almost rung the bell. Brilliant shot. Brings up the 100 for Gems Education. And you can see he enjoyed it. A big beaming smile on his face.
Well, we were questioning him when he was giving away those dot balls. But if you can afford to, if you have the skill of playing shots like that, then there's absolutely no problem with it. 14 of 8 now. Suddenly a very good strike rate for him. All those dot balls in the first 4 or 5 deliveries, very irrelevant now. Looking for that shot again. An outside edge this time. Beats the fielder, the third man who's inside the circle. And it'll be another boundary. So this is becoming easy once again. And the pendulum has swung once again towards the Gallion side.
Yeah, they're getting the rub of the green here. Taimur Ali looking to go over extra this time. Genuine outside edge. Nobody had slipped. and no chance for the short third. So now that required run rate has dipped to run a ball stuff now.
Oh, that just got big on him. It looks like they've decided that Salman will bat out and Taimur Ali will be the aggressor. And he's done well so far. 14 done, 109 for 2. So Rehan has bowled out, and I think Mudassir will too. Only the spinners have looked like they can do something for Gallion, but even that has now been taken away. Wide, cut away, that should be another boundary. So now this game is completely slipping away from Gallion. Gems Education going along their merry ways.
It was a hit me delivery, and Salman Shah said, sure, I'll do exactly what you want. Spanked away, no chance for the deep cover. And this was the exact same stage in the first innings where Binny Raghunath came into the attack and took that wicket and changed the complexion of the game.
Yeah, that wicket of Amjad Gul was very important for them, and they got it at the right time, just when he was accelerating, and it looked like they were going to a big total. Full toss this time. He didn't hit it too hard, which is a good thing to do because the fielder is down in the boundary line at long on. So very smartly just chipping it there to get off the mark, get off the strike.
Less than a run a ball required now. Taimur Ali's cameo has come in very handy indeed. And that one just sneaking into the tram line, but given as a wide because it started out too wide for the batter to play it.
Yeah, and the keeper collected it inside the tram line, but when it was passing the line, it was outside it. This time he gets back onto it, but the fielder makes sure that they can't cross over for a single. So 6 off this over, including that wide. We've got 3 more deliveries to go. How much will Mudassir end up with? He's given away 24 in 3.5 overs. Will Taimur look to go big? Yes, he does, but it doesn't make a connection. Almost yorked himself there.
Yeah, good change of length there from Mudassir Ali. But he certainly not provided the wicket that they were looking for.
And it only looked like the spinners were trying and asking some questions. So naturally, Safir Tariq giving them those full quotas in one go. No other choice really. Unfortunate though for Gallion that they couldn't pick up a wicket. This has gone up. And that will be a wicket. Just when we said that Mudassir Ali hadn't picked up a wicket, he gets one, darts one in. Taimur looking to go big, picks up that upper edge. An easy catch there for Mudassir Ali off his own bowling.
Really self-inflicted wound there for Taimur Ali. There was no need to play such a rash shot. And well, 18 of 14. He certainly could have batted a lot better there. He was well set, but he's given it away. 115 for 3 at the end of 15 overs. So Balraj Singh, the new batter coming in, played an excellent cameo in the previous game, got 30 odd runs in quick time. And something similar to that will take Gems Education home. Joining me in the comm box for the final stage of this game is going to be Neil Oja. Good evening, Neil. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Hamid. Last 5, 31 required, 6.2 the required run rate, not a big ask. Gems Education on the route have lost 3 wickets. They wouldn't mind that as long as they're able to get points home. Soft hands. Will get a single, and that should be it.
But Junaid Shamsu, not a regular frontline bowler by any means. So Safir Tariq, well, the only way he can take this game deep is with some dot balls or picking up regular wickets, and he's using a 6th or 7th bowling option. I'm not sure what the thinking is. Why not use your frontline bowlers here? Try to pry out a few wickets.
Probably the thought is to keep the best for the last. Balraj Singh, he'll be on strike. So the thought probably would be to keep the best for the last, so that just in case if it comes down to maybe 8-9 runs for the last over, your top order bowler could help you save that game. Balraj will be on strike. Required run rate 6.21, current going at 7.65. Swing and a miss, and the umpire calls it a wide.
Well, Safir Tariq asking for a review. Unfortunately, GRS is not in play, and I don't think he has much grounds to complain, to be honest. It was well wide of Balraj Singh there.
You're right. Ball going further away after pitching from the right-handed batter. Now onto the pads. Will go down towards the fence. 4 runs.
Well, that's a shocking delivery. Full and on the pads. Didn't even need to get bat on it. He's just kicked it away for 4. And Safir Tariq, well, I think this game is pretty much done and dusted now. They just can't control their lines and lengths when they need to. Oh, pardon me. It was off the bat. Bit of an inside edge, perhaps. So, Balraj Singh is on his way with a first ball 4.
A good start there for Balraj. He wouldn't mind that. Doesn't matter how they come or from which zone they come. Sweeper cover. Coming into play will get a single, and a quick change of bat for Salman Shahid.
Well, with this victory, Gems Education will move tied at first with TVSL in this group. TVSL unbeaten 4 out of 4, and Gems Education will have 4 wins out of 5. So good to see a tight contest to finish in the top 2 spots. Beautiful cover drive, another misfield. Well, Gallion Cricket Club, they've been their own worst enemy tonight, haven't they, Neil?
Oh, you bet. Misfielding is one of those things. While Gems Education themselves haven't been absolutely on point with their fielding, but they were not defending a smallish target. It was the Gallion Cricket Club. They need to be right on the money every single time. Support your bowlers when they're trying to do as much as they can. A single there.
Yeah, thought about 2 there. Deep mid wicket was right on the fence, but why take a risk? Why allow the opposition even a half chance? You've bossed the game right from ball 1. And that's the sign of a top side. 22 needed of 25. No risks required to take this game home. Good looking clip towards that deep mid wicket once again. And they'll do it in singles. 125 for 3. Well, a plethora of bowling options used there by Safir Tariq. But nobody really came through apart from the spinners, Rehan Shah and Mudassir Ali. They were relying a lot on Saiful Anur to give them wickets. Waqar Ahmed did pick up 1 wicket but went for 13. So that big partnership for the second wicket, that was what really took the game away from them. So Saifullah Noor coming into the attack. Can he produce something here? It's now or never, Neil Oja.
You're right. Pick a couple of wickets, put them in the bottle and shut the lid if you can. Will be a single there.
Oh, bit of a slip there for Salman Shahid, running on the edge of the pitch. He's played a good hand tonight. 49 unbeaten. Had to hang in there after the early aggressor Shehzad Ali got dismissed. Ali Tipu really struggled against the spinners, but he kept his composure, didn't throw his wicket away.
Extremely sensible. In a chase like this, one has to stay around, stay till the end, ensure that the others play around him, try and get some runs themselves, and he's done it at a decent pace, the pace at which it was required, not too flamboyant, not too timid. Slower one, back of the hand delivery, didn't really read it, Balraj, just went for the hoik, missed it.
Yeah, and even there was a deep mid wicket in place, so not sure about that shot selection. Perhaps he has a late appointment somewhere he needs to get to. Otherwise, 20 needed of 22, game is in hand. Why give the opposition a sniff with a poor shot? Just hang in there. The short third is up, point is up. Try to work that ball behind them and you'll pick up a boundary.
Balraj, he'll be on strike. Started off with a boundary on the very first ball. After that, it's been a no-show.
Yeah, that muscle memory taking over. He's telling himself, I need to play straight. But anytime Saifullah has thrown the ball up, he's hoiked it, tried to hoik it on the leg side. Sometimes you need to battle yourself, Neil Oja.
Absolutely. Very well said. Sometimes you need to unlearn, take a step back, go back to basics. Don't let the muscles control you. Let the biggest piece of your of your body, and that's your brain, control what you have to do. As I say, it's not always a set piece that gives you the score. Sometimes you need to be innovative.
And smartly just rotating the strike there. Nobody in and around in the inner ring. They're all on the edge of the circle. So you have plenty of gaps to pick up one. Why not come in with a solid 12, 15 not out to your name? You don't need to blast the ball each time to win the game.
Well, yeah, probably take some learnings from your partner, Salman Shahid. How has he played? He's taken 44 deliveries to reach to 49. Has been patient, has definitely knocked the bad ball out. But every time, wherever there was a good ball, he sensibly played, tried and get a single or double. Rotate the strike.
Well, they've pulled in the mid off, the long off into the ring. Perhaps trying to tempt Salman Shahid into a false stroke. 49 or 44. He's played a good composed knock so far.
Third man misfields and the ball will race away towards the fence. Didn't really time it well. And that's his half century.
Yeah, streaky. Bottom edge there. Very poor fielding at short third. Burst out of his hands. But he's deserved that slice of luck tonight. Very well played, Salman Shahid. One maximum and 7 pleasant boundaries. He's done the holding job for the side and almost taken them to victory.
7 fours, 1 sixes, 19 dot balls. It's been a very, very patient knock by Shahid. And sometimes it's the patience that helps you as compared to being over aggressive. How pitchy played this time? Is there someone? No, the ball will drop way short. Couple of runs to Shahid and 17 overs gone. It's 133 for 3. And just 13 required of 18, which primarily means just 3 hits away. Gems Education, technically 3 balls required to finish this. Again, trying to go big, Balraj not timing it well, will get a single. That'll bring Salman on strike.
Yeah, he's just looked to force everything rather than time the ball tonight. But he's still hanging around. They have plenty of batting to come, plenty of time to spare as well. So they are commanding the game, and they have commanded it right from ball 1, to be quite honest, Neil Ojha.
Very true. Even in the first innings, pretty much in control. Second innings, the batting has been very calm and composed. Short and wide and up in the air, chance, and he drops it. Oh my God, how could you do that?
Well, Usman Bajwa has had a debut to forget. Gone for 1. It was a nothing delivery, spooned in the air as catching practice, and he's completely fluffed it. That's a horrible fielding effort.
That's really poor. He's hurt himself, or probably he knows that the cameras are on him.
Yeah, I think his pride is hurt more than his fingers. You have to do that bit for the cameras. But I'm sure Safir Tariq, the captain, is not amused.
Definitely not when your bowlers are putting in all the hard yards trying to defend, if there is a possibility to. That was a wicket. That could have been a wicket of the big man, Salman Shahid. Not to be so. Balraj will be on strike. Again, a slightly shorter delivery. Caught inside the line of the ball.
Well, it just shows, Neil Ojha, if they had posted about 160 even, this could have been a pretty difficult run chase. The pitch has been too paced. Not easy to play your shots after the ball became soft. The spinners of Gallion did a wonderful job. 1 for 24 each by both spinners. So they could have made a game of it if their batting had stepped up and batted the 20 overs.
Now Balraj will flick it straight to the fielder. Will get a single. Yeah, that's more sensible. Just feed the strike to Salman. Let him finish it off. While the brief to Balraj should be that, hey, don't lose your wicket, just stick around.
Yeah, SN has given it his all in this over, but gone fruitless. Oh, that's a hanging full toss. Not given as a no ball. But certainly not going to threaten the batters either.
Well, yeah. A single there. 6 runs in this over. 1 more delivery to go. There have been more misses than hits on this over. Hassan has got away more than a couple of times with his poor bowling today.
Yeah, he most certainly has. Been a mixed bag from him, and he was promoted to open the batting as well, just couldn't deliver. So a forgetful outing for him. Oh, good change of pace there and burst through the keeper's hand this time. Well, when it rains, it pours. 140 for 3. Gems Education 1 hit away from victory.
Pulled it and straight to the fence for Balraj. Connects. He wouldn't mind that.
Well, Abdul Wahid being introduced to finish the game, and he gave a gentle bumper for Balraj to put away. And well, he's not had an auspicious debut in the Arabian Cricket League.
Now 2 more required. Will Balraj finish it off, or will he take a single and give strike to Salman Shahid? That would be poetic justice. Now he wants to go big. He's muscled it, powered it through. Maximum, a finish in style with a 6.
Well, no singles required. He's just blasted this back of a length, sat up to be smashed, and Balraj said, I'll have a piece of that, to put the exclamation point on this comprehensive victory for Gems Education. They go top of the table, tied with TVSL in their group, and what a satisfactory win that is.
Well, yeah, dominance with the ball, dominant with the bat. They've definitely shown what they're made of. But you're right, if this was maybe a 165 kind of a chase, there would have been something in it. Salman Shahid, top scoring 59, not out of 49. He was the pillar of strength. Shahzad Ali got a start, couldn't convert. Ali Tipu was stuttering when he was playing his shots. 19 of 21 for him. Taimur Ali 18 and 19 to end on a not out level. Balraj Singh.
Well, plenty of bowlers used by Safir Tariq. Waqar Ahmed, Rehan Shah and Mudassir Ali picking up a wicket apiece. But the runs just weren't enough to defend. And that 50-run partnership in the middle really settled any nerves in the Gems Education dugout. One with plenty of time to spare. So that is the match summary for you. Gallion Cricket Club put into bat, were shot out for 145, not batting those 3 overs. That was so crucial. Israr Ahmed batted well, 65 of 36. Junaid Shamsu gave him some brief support, but Mohammad Jamshed 4 for 15, outstanding spell alongside Ahmed Zaman and Bini Raghunath, and in reply, Gems Education wrapped up the run chase with plenty of time to spare. Salman Shahid, the opener, coming in 59 not out, supported by Shahzad Ali, Ali Tipu and Balraj Singh. So Gems Education won the match comfortably by 7 wickets. Well, that is the match coming up for you tomorrow on Friday evening. 7 districts battling with Dubai Daredevils in match number 41 of the ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League. 9 p.m. local time, so do tune in for that. That's all from the comm box for now. We'll go over to Samir Yunus with the post-match awards ceremony. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care and good night.
शॉट लग रहा है, शॉट लग रहा है। वेट रुको। क्या क्या शॉट लग रहा है? क्या शॉट है? पकड़ो इधर पकड़ो। क्या? अरे वो थोड़ा सा, ज़्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा नहीं है क्या? टच करो करंट नहीं।
अच्छा वो बोला क्या?
नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ।
नहीं वो
मैं
एक्चुअली
पकड़ा है और
ग्रास पे हो सकता है।
हाँ
लिटिल बिट नो प्रॉब्लम। शू पे देख
देयर इज थोड़ा सा वो है ना। बैटरी
डीआईपी में। ओके थैंक यू। चेक करना है कि नहीं करना है? अच्छा चेक 1 2 3 चेक 1 2 3 चेक 1 2 3 ओके थैंक यू। पेट ना दिख जाए बस। How now brown cow?
जहाज की प्रैक्टिस कर रही है।
हाँ वो करना पड़ता है तो पूरा खुलता है when you do say those 4 words. Okay. It's well past midnight here in Dubai, but the Arabian Cricket League has been well worth staying up for. We've seen some superb, exciting action over the last few weeks, and it just keeps continuing. This is the post-match presentation ceremony of the 40th game of the ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023. Before we go on to the ceremony, though, we have to thank everyone who is involved in putting together this tournament, especially the ICCA Academy and the amazing facilities and all the behind-the-scenes support that has been provided to us to put together a tournament like this. We obviously want to thank our sponsors, our title sponsors, SkyX.net, powered by FanCode, obviously our streaming partner, and our event partner, TCM. Well, another superb contest tonight. It was the Gallion Cricket Club versus the Gems Education, who won the toss and decided to bowl first, and how well they bowled. Made very good use of that wicket. The seamers, all of them coming into the game and picking up wickets and really rattling that Gallion batting order and really bowling them out of the game. How often do you see that over here? We generally see big scores, but today it was all about the bowlers. All out for 145 Gallion, and there was a superb bowling performance, that of Junaid Muhammad Jamshed, who picked up 4 wickets for his 15 runs, and he will be the man of the match tonight. He'll be presented a trophy by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who is our match referee. Superb bowling effort by Muhammad Jamshed, 4 for 15 on the night, wiping out the tail in his last over. Jamshed, let's have a small chat. टॉस जीत के आपने बॉलिंग ली थी, आपने देखा जाके विकेट, आपने कैप्टन से कहा कि हाँ आज बॉलिंग करते हैं करके?
सबसे पहले अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, शुक्र अल्लाह पाक का। हमारे कैप्टन ने यही प्लान किया था कि हम टॉस जीत कर पहले बैटिंग करें, क्योंकि विकेट को उन्होंने चेक किया कि जितने रन पे हम आउट करेंगे तो हमारी सेकंड बैटिंग में हमें फ़ायदा मिलेगा। हमारे ऊपर से स्टार्ट बिन्नी और अहमद जमान ने अच्छी बॉलिंग की, लाइन और लेंथ में स्विंग के साथ उधर से मदद मिलना शुरू हुई, तो सबको पता चला था विकेट बॉल करेंगे नए से या पुराने से तो हमें फ़ायदा मिलेगा। इसीलिए हमें विकेट का काफ़ी फ़ायदा उठाया, जिसकी वजह से हमने कम रन पे टीम को पकड़ा, जिससे हमारी बैटिंग कामयाब हो गई।
बीच में थोड़ा बहुत स्पिनर्स को रन्स लगे, उस टाइम पे आप क्या सोच रहे थे? मतलब मैच थोड़ा सा आपके हाथ में से निकल रहा था, अच्छी स्टार्ट की थी आपने, पावर प्ले में विकेट उठाए थे, लेकिन उसके बाद क्या आपने कैप्टन से बोले मुझे बॉल दो, मैं टेल को ऐसे ही वाइप आउट कर देता हूँ, जैसे आपने आखिरी ओवर में किया 3 विकेट लेके?
जी बिल्कुल, हमारे कैप्टन का यही प्लान था। वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारा लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर अच्छा बॉलर है, उसने अपनी तरफ अच्छी बॉलिंग किया, बस अनफॉर्चुनेटली उसको रन हो गए हैं। फिर उसके बाद दोबारा कमबैक किया, एक तरफ से बिन्नी को लेके आए, चीफ साहब खुद आए और अच्छा एक ब्रेक थ्रू दिया। उसके बाद हम पुराना बॉल करने के लिए आए तो विकेट को यूज़ किया, जिसकी वजह से हमें मदद मिली है।
अच्छा 145 आपकी टारगेट थी, बैटिंग करना इतना आसान नहीं था, आज बॉलर्स को बहुत अच्छी कैरी मिल रही थी। मिडिल सेशन में आपकी क्या बातचीत हो रही थी ड्रेसिंग रूम में कि इस बैटिंग को कैसे अप्रोच करना है इसको?
बेस्ट पवेलियन में यही बात हो रही थी कि विकेट टू विकेट जाकर खेलें, ज़्यादा स्ट्राइक हिट नहीं करना, विकेट को यूज़ करें, टाइम ले विकेट पे। विकेट तो गिननी है क्योंकि ड्यू भी पड़ रहा था और विकेट मुश्किल हो रही थी, स्किट भी हो रहा, स्पिन का भी, फास्ट बॉलिंग का भी। तो हमारे बैट्समैन अच्छा खेले हैं माशाल्लाह, विकेट को यूज़ किया और उसके साथ कामयाबी मिली है।
चलो वेल डन, कंग्रेचुलेशंस एंड ऑल द बेस्ट टू यू। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
Mohammad Jamshed, player of the match of this 40th encounter in the ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League. Well, the action's not over. It keeps coming. So join us again for the next match. Until then, it's goodbye and good night from all of us here at the ICCA Academy Ovals. Thank you.